Season night. Dana said, Timmy boy, tie it straight. Let's go. Pass the bobbin to the left-hand side. Whoa. Pass the bobbin to the right-hand side. TNL season 8 when we ride. Tie the flies and feel that vibe. Whoa. Tie the flies and feel that. Whoa. Yeah. Dana in the studio with that retro flow. Aviators on and the shag lights glow. Tim at the vice with a disco grin. Rolling up sleeves saying let's tie again. Started off strong with the atomic worm. Then the waltz worm giving that body a squirm. A killer bug dancing like an 80s teen. Lady McConnell midge gliding soft and clean. Gold ribbon hairs here shining up the night. Sulphur Comparadun looking extra bright. Better woolly bugger strutting funk on the beat. Turbo beetle buzzing like the rhythm's complete. Pass the bobbin to the left-hand side. Pass the bobbin to the right-hand side. Tie them flies and let it ride. Thursday nights we worldwide. Now listen up close. This the heart of the show. The TNL family everywhere we go. They shine the brightest, lift us up high. They're the heartbeat thump of every single tie. Only quality people, that's the fam we're in. Love people, catch fish, that's how we begin. Every Thursday now we gather, shoulder to shoulder. The TNL spirit just keeps getting bolder. From the first let's go to the final cheer. It's the TNL family bringing magic here. Dana and Tim keep the rhythm alive. But the fam is the reason that season 8 thrives. Way past the bobbin to the left-hand side. Pass the bobbin to the right-hand side. Tie them flies and let it ride. Thursday nights we worldwide. Polished pheasant tail, strutting in boots. Clifford skating cat is skating real cute. 2-bit hooker dropping beads in flight. Tim's hopper vibing like pure delight. Foundling grooving with that dead hair crown. Woolly scoping booming with the bassline sound. Rope it up, stonefly swinging in strong. Gold Bob 2.0 singing his song. TJ Hooker stonefly flexing its chrome. And throbbing chubby dancing like it's going back home. Duracell jig sparking up the night. Pool toy opera splishing left and right. Club sandwich hopper, stacked so tall. Screaming Banshee wailing down the hall. Sanchez double bunny hopping funky and free. Got her cat is closing out season 8 with glee. Hey! Pass the bobbin to the left-hand side. Pass the bobbin to the right-hand side. TNL fam, we're unified. Season 8, enjoy the ride.
What's up?
Boom.
Oh, there it is.
Hi, Toga. Why yoga?
You know why yoga?
Stretch it out.
Stretch them fingers out.
Fingers, tips, your joints, Tim. I never looked up that joint, so I don't know what it's called.
It's got to be a
But it's somewhere in there.
phalange.
I think it's an interphalange.
Ooh, very technical.
What's up, good fam? The TNL fam. And we got some new racers tonight, Tim.
I know, I see that. Now we can pick
And
ourselves.
now you can truly pick Dana and watch him lose. Well, why don't you tell all the good folks of Thursday Night Live, Fly Tide Season 8, Episode 3, what the F these Rockets are doing.
Well, these Rockets are going to make a move. This is a race. It's really simple. There's huge prizes on the line. All of them are of no value. And all you got to do is drop in the comments.
value?
Yeah, well,
There's no
It's
prizes.
clout. That's what I mean.
Oh,
Only clout.
the prize is no value.
It's no value. But you just got to pick a racer. Drop it in the comments. We're going to do a few of these races, and it's all just to claim the fame and no other reason but to get your fingers nimble and ready to tie some flies with us.
This allows you to, but first, what's important is sharing is caring. So
Yes, it is.
I've been noticing that this we got about 3 or 4 shares every single week. And with 83 people in here right now, well,
Should be more than that.
should be more than that because if Sharon is Karen's not Sharon.
Not Karen.
They could be.
Maybe. Or
Sharon
Karen.
could be Karen.
Yeah.
In an alter ego. Maybe we should put Sharon and Karen on the next race and see.
See who wins.
But like this, share it. Share it to your grandma's basket weaving Facebook page. Share the YouTube link with your grandma. Maybe she's sitting at home on the couch, bored on a Thursday night.
We could entertain her.
And she would love, we can entertain her. That's a fact. And if your grandma's name is Sharon, put that in the comments. But like Tim said, everything that happens at Fly Toga is absolutely for nothing but your ego. How many races did we do? 4. 4 races
it was 3.
at 15 seconds. No, because last week you went 3 and
I
1.
went 3 and 1, yeah. Touche.
And we got a bit of a special guest doing a little bit of a special thing for us tonight.
Yes, we do.
But we'll get to that at the roll call, which takes place after we get through these Fly Toga races. All right, so get them in. We're going to look for your races here. And then we're going to say hi to you guys. We're going to get your friends in here. The more you share, the more you care. Tim, I guess I got to go first.
you
So,
do.
well, I guess obviously I'm going to go with Dana.
Well, I think I got to start with myself. Just like Jeremy, he has a lot of confidence in me, so.
All right, Tim, let's get ready to run. So type in the comments, who's your favorite racer or who's going to win? You don't necessarily have to put my name in there, but you just have to say who's going to win. And then we race and we count it down. If I can find the buttons here. Yeah, the rocket ships. I'm just scrolling through, checking out everybody's yeah, they're cat.
Somebody
Finally.
picked you.
Kevin needs the opening jingle in his playlist. What's up, Paul Hobson? I'll take the wizard. The wizard, no Treroy. No, not Treroy here. We got to go with the wizard. Well, it looks like we've only got a couple Tims and one Dana, and I hope I win. No, if I could rig it, I would. So
No, you would.
we're going to start the show, the race in 5, 4, 3, 2.
2, 1.
Oh, and
they're
they're
going
off.
up.
They're really going
I am
up. Oh, Tim.
not doing good.
Hey, Tim. Tim, what's going on back?
It's a good comeback story. Oh, I like the stutter. You really don't know what's happening.
No idea. Oh, Tim! Oh, you rigged it.
1 for 1, baby.
Absolutely rigged
Look
it.
at that. Oh, wow.
What is this?
Thanks for trusting me, Jeremy.
No faith in the system. The system felt
That's
broke
great. That's great.
for a second. Oh, apparently the system needed to get warmed up too. And just making sure we're still live because it's happened before where the old show goes down. But now Claude chose Dana and we're not doing good, but looks like
How much more perfect is that?
how
Did I
is
win
this?
with my own
I
name?
know. If I could rig it, I would. So well, let's race
All right.
again, folks. This is number 2 of 4, and 15-second races means a total of 1 minute of this show is spent watching rockets rise.
Well, are you going to stick with yourself? Or are you...
I would never not stick with myself. Even if the show did Shutterbug, I will stick with Dana till the end. Yeah, that was a surprise.
That's too bad. I would have actually liked to have gone with your name if you weren't going. So
All right, I'll go with Tim. I'll switch it up. All right, no, I'll go with you.
I'm taking Dana then.
I got my faith in you, knowing it's not you, it's who you choose wins. That's what we've come to know and love here on Thursday Night Live, Fly Tying Season 8, episode number 3. We're going to tie a couple flies tonight. The gold-ribbed hare's ear.
Yeah.
A little bit of a Shazam on a classic pattern. And a little bit of less Shazam on a classic pattern.
Yeah.
Maybe if you want to call the Atom the classic.
Kinda.
But the Sulphur Comparadun.
It's going to be fun.
Tricky Dicky Doo. All right, folks. I love everybody who bid for me because they know Tim did, and that's the only reason. They didn't pick me because they liked me or wanted me to win, but, well, let's see if we can get through this race without stutters. And we're going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1-0, and we're off.
I'm
Oh,
lagging.
there's Tim again.
I'm gonna
There's
come
Tim.
in
Now
and
it's
win.
gonna lag. It's gonna chip chop. No,
I'm gonna win
what?
again.
You gotta be kidding me. What? What? Oh, it froze.
I won again.
It still won.
Well, you picked me, so
Guys.
you won. That's how you have to do
The
it.
system froze again. There it is, Tim. I won.
You
Okay,
won one.
now they're not gonna go for me anymore. But
I think you just
I would
played the
just
exact
say-
same race against it. You could win. You didn't hit the
I don't know.
randomizer.
I did not hit the randomizer. But that's Tim Tuford, as always. That's whether he chooses it or he's the racer. The odds are in his favor, apparently. Oh, this is so much fun. Let's do that again.
Who's it gonna be?
We gotta
now?
have to check into my system here and see why it's shimmy shimmy cocoa shake. All right, who's up next here? I'm gonna go with Rosina.
You going Rosina?
I gotta change it up because Rosina is gotta be
I
The
think
winner.
I'm gonna go Captain Clutch.
all right. Well, we're 1-1. We're neck and neck.
We're neck and neck.
Fly Fisher 54 is 2 for 2. And I stayed on Tim. Let's go, John. John is winning. John is winning. All right. Rosina, get your bids in. Share, share, share. If you haven't shared this post, that means you're not going to win. That's how it
Everybody.
works. I know who shared, and I know who's not going to win.
I see. I see.
I have the ability to rig it.
Yeah,
Neil
right.
is going to go with Dana. Tim, 3 for 3. They really believe that that's an option. Well, I chose Rosina, and you chose
Captain Clutch.
Captain Clutch. And this race is about to go down in 5-4, 3-2, 1-0.
Take off.
And it's off. Race number 3 of the night. And the Wizard is in the backstretch, and we're
he's coming
about to
ahead.
hit a bit of a lag. Any moment
Oh,
here
Dana's
now.
gonna get scrubbed out.
Oh, wow. The Wizard. Oh,
There it
yes.
is.
Just in time with 2 seconds left. No, the Wizard wins.
The Wizard wins.
The Wizard wins. And the Wizard will probably win again tonight because you guys didn't do something like buy yourself a Captain Clutch immunity sticker. You know, if you did that, you probably wouldn't have a chance at letting the Wizard win, but
The prizes are stacking up, though.
the best predictor of the future is the past.
Yeah,
And quite simply, the Wizard is 2-0 on Flyingo.
he is.
And there he goes again, folks. We got one more race, and hopefully this race doesn't cause a stutter step because that's really hard to get excited.
What do we do?
Yeah,
What do we
Ken,
do?
I love Ken's eager beaver for my picks now. Well, I'm going to go back to Dana.
Okay. Yeah, well,
I mean, we're 1 for 1. We're
good
one.
guess.
Well, we're not 1 for 1, but we're 1-2-1.
1-2-1.
Mono a mono. And I like Jeremy's gone with Rosina because he knows Rosina is a good time.
I'm gonna have to agree with Jeremy. I'm
All
going
right.
Rosina.
The faithfuls who have been going Dana every single time. I love them.
They're just really hoping.
Tim,
to get
I'm
away.
going with Dana.
All right.
SpaceX landing for Mr. Aaron Novlan. Is that guy free tonight?
Yeah.
Bum bum bum.
Must not be working.
Let's see. Let me check his schedule here. And
Neil's not backing down.
he's working, Neil.
He's sticking
Not
with
backing
you, too.
down, guys. We're going with Dana. We're going with Dana, right? I said Dana. Yeah, I'm going
said
with Dana.
Dana.
You're Dana.
Nope. We can't choose the same.
That's right. Who do you choose?
I got Rosina.
All right, you're going with Rosina again. And 5-4, 3-2, 1-0,
Go.
0.
Zero.
Zero.
This is not good. We're glitching from the
Guys,
start.
we're just getting
Dana's
Dana
waiting. Oh.
bottle. Oh, look at him go.
Come
Look at
on,
him. Look
come
at him.
on.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Boom, boom, boom,
Wow.
boom. I told you, if I could
definitely-
rig it, I would.
You did, I think.
I can't,
You
but
flew backwards and still
this
won.
is a third-party program, okay? I might have. Look at this. This is glorious. I think.
Just get that off the screen.
I know. I won because I chose, and everybody who stuck with Dana and won. Beautiful
Finally got
humans. Beautiful humans. All right, folks, we're going to come right back here and get a hold of you guys and let us know. I'll tell you when we come back, but this is one of the most important parts of the show. We call it roll call. Hang tight. Let's say thanks to some really awesome people who help make this show happen. And take a pee, grab a beer, grab a drink, and we'll see you shortly.
Innovation is in our DNA here at Fish Pond, and this year we're raising the bar. From the brand new Storm Shadow line with industry-first weather resistance to new Nomad net models crafted for any application. Built for every mile, the entire line is crafted for the rugged demands of adventure travel to the ease of everyday angling. Head on over to fishpondusa.com to find a dealer near you.
Ooh, it's roll call time.
Wow, what's happening here, folks? This is roll call. We've got crappy music playing.
Yeah,
It's all right. That's all right. We can do better.
Okay.
It's a hard job, okay, guys? It's a really difficult job.
You know how to boost up the mood.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, let me check over here.
While he's working on that, guys, all we want you to do here for our roll calls, put your name in the comments. Well, you don't have to put your name. You're already in the comments. But tell us what you drink and where you're from.
Where you're from. And your favorite ab exercise.
Favorite ab exercise. Ooh, this is a good one. Last week was a bit dicey. But yeah, let's go with favorite ab exercise. How do you get the six-pack ripped?
It doesn't have to always be your favorite ab exercise that gets you ripped, Tim. They might have other favorite ab exercises that don't quite, that maybe they're not ripped.
Well, that's the state of mind.
Just throw it.
What did I
Check
throw?
it, your phone.
Oh.
All right,
Yeah,
we're going to head back. So funny when the vibe dies with terrible choices of music.
You might have to go K-pop before 9.
That's a good point. All right, there we go. All right, we got Mike McKenna in the Texas Hill Country drinking an athletic light.
Wow, I've never heard of that.
Only in America.
In America. It's probably
Oh, yeah, we got some
like
Moya
water.
Waya Pendo.
athletic light. Is that like
Air Novelant, Yellowstone Coors Original on the Vice.
Oh,
He's tying along. He's tying along. Apparently not. Maybe someone's bleeding out behind him. He doesn't even know it. No Photo Mojo, munching peanut butter pretzel pillows and washing it down with Beam on ice in 9 Mile Falls, Washington.
Washington boy.
Nobody has a favorite ab exercise.
No, what is, yeah. Maybe they're not doing enough abs.
Maybe they're not doing any abs is probably the concern that we're concerned with.
Well, Ken's working on his diet. He's just drinking water and eating apples.
Yeah, it's those Travis. Ice water tonight for me. Maybe everyone's sore from doing all these abs.
That could be.
And they're hydrating and recovering for tomorrow's ab workout. Roger Beatty enjoying a Kahlua and cream somewhere in the lost woods of North Carolina.
Planks.
And Travis planks.
Yeah. Hey, that's a good
That
exercise.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Ice water tonight and planks. Novland's got the mountain climbers.
Mountain climbers, those are good. Yeah.
Craig Frankie loves. Is a Dr. Pepper an ab workout?
Maybe it's with a friend. I don't know.
The doctor. Maybe it's just like you're like on a pepper shaker. It's like Dr. Pepper.
It's like a shake weight, but pepper shaker.
Yeah, that's what the friend too. Iron Hat Brewing solid cold IPA Red Deer and the plank. A lot of planks.
A lot of planks.
I'd like to see some videos of people doing the planks.
They're all liking the planks.
The planks.
Darren's got some 88 Brew and Night Gallery, and he does not have a favorite. Too many good ones.
Yeah, so good question, guys. You're wondering about the hare's ear and the beads. Well, there's no beads because we're tying an unweighted version, and I know your sample pattern had a bead on it.
That's just to show you the
But
possibilities.
yes, so nobody should have beads in their kit, and we're tying it what we'll call unweighted, and we'll get to that. To bead or not to bead is quite simply the question
good
on the
question.
Getting Buggy. So yes, we are well aware of the no beads. A lot of these nymph patterns are often only seen with beads on them, and why is that?
It's a good question.
Good question that we will
Do you need
answer
weight or not?
later. It's ironic though because a lot of, I would say 85% of people who fish, Prince Nymph, Copper John, Hare's Ear, Pheasant Tail, they do not use beads. And in very technical waters, beads are actually what they would say as a shimmering shimaway.
Or it can also spook fish when it lands.
That's what I meant.
Well, I thought you
Shimmering
meant it's
shimaway.
Shimmering shimaway.
Yeah, I couldn't think of a better word than shimaway, but a shimmering spook.
Ah,
But
Yes.
spook.
that's true.
Spook. So yeah, your kits don't have beads in them.
Just so you know. Claude's eating supper still. Makes an old fashioned. Ooh, that sounds good.
Right. Still eating supper.
It's the old fashioned that gets
Dustin
ripped.
Barnes. Funny, I'm actually in the gym right now. No way. Water and favorite abs exercises. That's what I was
that's a good
asked.
one.
That's my favorite because we've definitely had some shows here where I have left here with some major cramps in my abdominums.
That's true. Another old fashioned.
Yeah. Planks.
Thanks.
Special guest in the other room is doing planks. Yeah, getting ready. We're going to pop over there. But first, we're going to keep talking. Adrian drinks a spinach smoothie, and he likes to do planks.
It's all planks.
Hirsch, I'm already in the man crush, and I hate all ab exercises. Well, could we say we could tell?
Yeah. No.
Is that
you
rude?
shouldn't. That might be rude.
Is that rude, or is this factual? Tom, always looking forward to what Tom's drinking.
Ooh.
An old line single malt.
I feel like he's
Getting
a
out
wealth
of bed single sit up.
Nice.
He does one of those a day.
One a day.
And that's why Tom Pape drinks like a refined gentleman. Because he does one ab a day. Got a meeting at 7:30. Dana, get Tim to say One Direction for me. Laughing is the best ab workout. Tim, which way will we be spinning up the dubbing loops?
Only in one direction.
All
There
right,
you
Kenny
go,
Hall.
Ken.
Have a great night,
Have a
buddy.
good
Glad, hopefully you're still here, giggling. Neil from Airdrie, just a little Gatorade Zero and maybe a coffee later.
Ooh, that's
It's like a
brave.
nightcap.
Coffee at night. I
Oh,
would
coffee
not sleep.
later. That's his ab exercise.
Coffee later.
Maybe.
Maybe. There's code names for all these ab
Yeah,
exercises.
like I'm gonna have to look up what the coffee later means. Dooch is drinking Pepsi Zero.
Nice.
First time for everything. All right, Sleeman's Honey Brown Ale in Frigid Duchess. It is frigid around this Alberta area. Actually, rowing a drip boat would be my favorite ab workout, especially in the wind. I think he would enjoy also the ab workout of a trout, a non-white fish. Hershey.
He hasn't really got any of
No,
those to
that's
know.
why he doesn't have abs. Davey Rutherford, Gully, kicking horse.
That's a
Kick-ass
mouthful.
Black
Horse
Dead decaf
Kick-ass
coffee.
Nice.
Calorie deficit because abs are made in the kitchen.
That's true.
That's right, they are. Well, they're also not made in the kitchen. they're let's just say they're defined what you got.
Yes, that's true.
Billy Griffith Jr., Calgary drinking a Coke. Sean Watson, what's up? We love the beads. Everybody loves the beads because I think people don't know, and we haven't really tied any on the show without beads.
Yeah, it's true.
So that's kind of where we're going for. Down and dirty beads, do a plank. All right, guys, you obviously drink nothing else and you have no more favorite ab exercises.
Yeah.
But I really want to know what the coffee later is.
Have to find out.
Yeah.
That and the Dr. Pepper.
Factual. So we do have a bit of a special guest and don't really have a camera for the guest per se. But what I can do is go to this. Me and you, Tim.
Yeah. Just the
And
two
I
of
would
us.
like to show you a little bit of artwork. And me and Tim will show you some artwork. And these three pieces that we're showing you are for sale. How do you buy them? Well, that's a question only God knows. But yeah, so all hand painted with acrylic markers on a fly box here. And, here's some of the pieces. And a couple custom pieces of artwork from a very special artist that we have here at Thursday Night Live. And while we speak, they are currently working on a special piece for us to give away in Fly Ingo tonight. And this one has a lot of special meaning to it here.
Yes.
If anybody knows what this is, let us know in the comments. And I'm gonna eat Tim. It's not coming into your camera.
That's where I got to turn to eat.
So anyways, we got a few of these in studio. They're for sale if you'd like. Just let us know and we'll let you know how to get them. But what we got right now, let's just head over there.
You already got bids in the comments.
All right, we got bids, so you can help put this person through school.
Yes.
And let's just see if... Okay, so the screen is... We have to go check on the screen, but this is holding you in suspense. Tim's going to tell you a joke. And then he's going to yell at me when this works. And I'll go check it out.
Oh, joke time. Okay. This is my favorite part of the show that I'm never prepared for. So let's get you a good one. Let's get you a good joke. Dad jokes are preferred. Let's see. Where's Bad Joke Doug when you need him? All right, it's going to be good. I can tell. Not working yet, Dane. Waiting for it to come clean. All right, here's one for you. Did you hear about the guy who invented lifesavers? Have you heard of him? They say he made mint. Well, that's as good as a dad joke gets.
No more.
No, he's still not fixed?
No.
There you go.
Oh, there we go.
What's up?
What's up? This is Tim. The special camera.
Sometimes we have technical difficulties here in the studio. It was working perfectly earlier, but we will get it set back up. And now you can see a special artist at work. A little lower, Dane. There you go. So what has she got in the works?
How's that?
That's good. So this is fun. We're going to see how it starts and what it turns into.
And the person can talk to us, so if they...
Is my mic on?
Your mic is on, yes.
We can hear you.
All right, so welcome to the show. Why don't you... I'm out of breath, guys. Speaking of ab workouts, I'm about to have one here shortly.
You need to go have a coffee.
Yeah, so anyways, let us know in the comments. I didn't mean that. All right. Matea, if you could peek down and try to show us your face. Hello.
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 All right, so let everybody know what you're working on there. And the style and the format at which you did all of this marvelous artwork.
Well, if you can see the 20 million markers I have here,
Yes.
these are all acrylic markers. It's like you're using this kind of paint, but just in markers.
Wow.
So it works well on the plastic. And this, so far, I think it's correct me if I'm wrong, brown trout?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I think, yeah. And so I'm just going to use the white paint underneath so that the colors show up good.
Nice.
And then just kind of do whatever feels right, whatever looks right until it looks good.
It's hard to describe art when you're just good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just happens.
Yeah.
It just happens. It
It
doesn't
always
just
looks
happen.
ugly, so this is its ugly stage.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
its
But-
that's its birth. That's its birth.
It'll get better.
Yeah. So what are you drinking? Where are you from? And what's your favorite? Well, you did say the plank. We did see
I
that.
do love a good plank. I love a good leg raise. 'Cause
Okay.
They used to be so hard, but now I can do them, so I feel very great when I do them.
Yeah.
So I'm like, wow, improvement. What am I drinking? I just asked Mom to bring me a hot
Lemon.
lemon water.
Okay,
But
classic.
also a cold water because you never know what your vibe is. So you can just switch up.
Yeah, you
feel
can
like it.
you can be hot or cold.
Exactly.
Whatever you want to do.
Too much of one thing is bad, so you just gotta
Yeah.
mix it up.
Yeah, and so you also did the artwork for the flies, for
Flies?
all the flies this season that Tim's been showing off, and this is tonight's artwork, which has been done on the acrylic markers also, right?
Yeah, tonight's are on acrylic markers. The one from previous weeks was with watercolor.
Yeah.
This one's different, so
Yeah,
I don't know which
that's-
one's better, but they're just different.
Yeah, they're different,
pretty
and
good.
that's really cool. So far we've got 2, 4, 6 flies, 4 of them done on watercolor, and those are the 2 flies that we're going to be tying up tonight. So we're going to come back and check on you. You go to town, and then hopefully somebody wins Flamingo.
Me.
Because, well,
Win your own painting.
did you get a Captain Clutch sticker? Because you might need it.
I'll come steal one from
Yeah.
the studio.
Hey, it's locked. Have you ever heard of the ab exercise coffee later? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
I don't know what that one is, but my drinks have now arrived.
Oh,
This is
wow.
great.
Look at this.
This is good service.
Wow.
Service. Yeah.
No, I think coffee later means
We're not sure.
we're not sure.
A coffee later.
Maybe he's just like doing like some rotations, like he's grinding coffee grounds down. It's like coffee later, but get the obliques
Oh,
in
yeah.
it.
He's really
yeah.
working it.
Or,
Yeah.
like twisting. on
Maybe
the
he's
machine.
grinding the beans.
Exactly. I wasn't gonna say grinding, but you did. So
I did. I went there. Maybe grinding the beans. That's right. Maybe that is coffee later. Grinding the beans.
Grinding the beans.
Probably
Grinding
it.
the beans.
That's probably it.
All right. Well, you be careful not to spill on that
I'll
because
try. It's not.
when
Happens
Tim
often.
wins,
I just might.
yeah, we're gonna come back. We're gonna check on you, but now we must get into a special segment with better music than Who Me Love. That was K-pop, guys. That was
that really?
K-pop. So, yep. All right, let's check it out, Timmy.
All right. Ooh, you're 30.
Where between? I put the words down below.
Oh, look at you go. What are you going to start with?
Between dawn and early, we worked all day, we worked all night, poured heavy, pour right. No one's driving, no one's fast. We're just here to make it last. Hey, don't ask why. Hey, let it foam, let it fly. Hey, if the clock says maybe not, we say, hey, beer 30. Oh, first beer is going to be Luminosity. So, yeah, what do we do here? Well, our friends at TFO Canada and Shore Fishing, thanks to them, they have made this happen where we buy a beer or two every single week, and I pour them, and Tim reads the stuff up there. So,
All right, so Luminosity, the Technical Drift. This is from Cabin Brewing Company in Calgary, Alberta. This is a German Pilsner. And if you know us, you know we love a German Pilsner. Well, Pilsner in general. It's great. It's got an alcohol content of 5.3%. The vibe of this beer This is your 9-foot 5-weight rod. It's classic, versatile, and engineered for perfection. It doesn't rely on gimmicks. It relies on perfect execution. The hatch, traditional German pills. It uses noble hops. Thank you. Interrupt here. Which are the Adam's dry fly of the hop world. Timeless and effective. On the palate, it's going to be extremely crisp and clear. You get that cracker bread crust, malt flavor followed by spicy floral hop finish. It's as clean as a mountain creek in October. Best paired with sight fishing for picky trout in clear water. It requires a clean palate to appreciate, just like a picky fish requires a clean drift.
Wow, a perfect drift. I'm excited.
This is really
without
good.
even drinking this ever before. Brand new to us. I'm excited to see if I think we're both gonna really like this. So I hope it lives up to it. All right, folks. If you did go out and get the beers, Luminosity, it's time to tip it up. Chin chin.
Chin chin.
Another round for a friend or two. For the lies we tell, for the things we'll do.
Finally, not an IPA.
Yeah, it's just in heaven right now.
We're this big
Yeah.
right over there. Raise it up, don't ask why.
Yeah, very light and crisp.
Home, let it fly. If the clock says maybe not, we say it's beer 30. Beer 30. Pour it slow and pour it early. Beer,
Yeah, that's fantastic.
pour it slow and
Yeah, it feels good to drink a non-IPA beer.
Yeah. Just, it goes. I'm not totally on the vibe of IPA or understanding it, but it's just nice to have a crisp, easy drink.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, we also rate these beers on a scale of 1 to 5. And I think because, it's good. But I've had better and I've had worse. But I'm going to have to go with
All
a
right.
solid day nymphing. Reliable and enjoyable, but nothing epic.
I'm going 4.
Yep.
I really like this one.
knew you would because you can always got to one-up me. So Timmy's going with 4.
It's a 20-inch brown trout on a size 22 midge. A beer worth celebrating with precision and finesse.
Yeah. Paul Hobson are the prints available. They are available as is. She's not putting them into print, so if you want, we don't reach out, let us know.
They're kind of one and
Trying
done.
to figure out, they're one and done. So let us know if you want them, how to ship them. I guess I'll figure that out if you're generous enough. And let us know which of the 6 that you want. And she's going to keep her word and crush them out all season long so that we have all 24 patterns done.
That's incredible.
And those are also for sale. I know you don't know where. We'll figure that out shortly here. Anyways, 3 out of 5, not bad. German Pilsner, pretty good. And Timmy gave it a 4, so 7 out of 10 from the folks here at Thursday Night Live Fly Tying. And it's not 8:30, and we're gonna tie our first fly.
That's insane.
You should let everybody know what fly and what thread, and
All
then I'm
right.
gonna take them into getting Buggy.
All right, let's do it. Okay, guys, so first fly we're going to get after is going to be that gold-ribbed hare's ear. I'm going to be tying this with a UTC 70 thread. I'm going to use black, but if you want to use something in tan or olive, something that will work well with that the color scheme as well. It's a very natural colored fly. So I'm going to use black. But yeah, that's what you're going to need. We'll head on over to Getting Buggy with Dane, and we'll see you back at the Vice in a few minutes.
I heard nothing you said, but I'm going to assume the gold-ribbed hare's ear is on
How
the
did you
menu.
know I'm literally talking into a mic in
Well,
your
I'm
ears.
doing 85 other things. I
come
know
on,
how to tune
juggle.
you out, my bro.
It's true. It's
I was
true.
over here doing coffee grinders, beer grinders,
that what that was?
bean grinders.
Why were your legs so high in the air?
Well, I looked it up, and it is an intense exercise.
Urban Dictionary.
All right.
I told you, stay away from that.
Here we go. Gold-ribbed
All right,
hare's
Getting Buggy.
ear. That's right, folks. It's time to getting buggy with Dana. Oh, man, I can't even give myself good beats to go with this at work with you guys. We're going to get copyright flags. So what exactly is getting buggy with Dana? Well, it quite simply is a touch of an entomology class with yours truly. What we do here is not only teach you how to tie the fly, we teach you how to fish the fly. What is the fly? Was there any cool history that we could find? And most importantly, Dana's pro tips. You're going to have to stick around to the end of this segment to find that and ask questions. I'm trying to read. Oh, Graham just made it in before anything important has happened. Well, Graham, there's been a lot of important things, and we all know you do not want to miss the beginning of Thursday Night Live. So, Graham, we're glad you're here. And yes, we haven't started Tie the Flies yet, but we are doing the Getting Buggy, so make sure you ask yourself the question, like I said before, to bead or not to bead. So quite simply, if you want to put a bead on this fly, that is your call. What do beads do? They add a little bit more weight. So typically in the bigger western streams, we tend to fish mostly the beaded flies, the beaded copper john, the beaded hare's ear, the beaded pheasant tail, and oftentimes people don't even know that they exist non-beaded, right? So you would see a pheasant tail or a hare's ear without a bead, and you would be like, well, that's a totally different pattern, but it's not. It essentially is a couple things. A bead could be like a gas bubble, or it could be just quite simply something to add a little bit of weight. So quite simply, we're not adding the bead tonight, and that's probably not in your kit. I know the sample flies have the bead on it. If you have beads around and you want to add a bead, that is totally fine. You're going to tie it pretty much exactly the same way. The bead will just be kind of at the eye of the hook, and that's where you're going to finish it, is behind the bead, and everything else will be exactly the same. Okay, Graham, welcome. I'm glad you're here still. We're still glad you're here. So let's dive into a little bit more about the gold-ribbed hare's ear. And like you can see, I got both of the pictures up there, and the one on the bottom almost looks like not the same fly, right? And I have it all the time where people ask me that's not a hare's ear because they don't see the bead on it. But remember, most of the technical trout streams where these flies were invented, they didn't have the beads on them because, like we talked about earlier, they sparkled, they shimmered, they glistened, and they spooked the trout. So the most natural earthy presentation of the hare's ear would quite simply be that photo on the bottom. Now, how old is the hare's ear? Well, it's a little bit older than the mayor of TNLville. It's back in the 1800s, if you can believe that. Because some people are going to ask the question, when did fly fishing begin? And is this guy full of crap? Maybe. I don't know. I wasn't back in the 1800s to fact check this, but the information that I could find sent me back there somewhere. While many use the hare's fur, Mr. Scoos, the father of the modern nymph game, he is famously credited with popularizing the deep sunken nymph version that we like to use today to catch trout that are just bulging under the surface. So would you use the top or the bottom fly if those fish were just feeding slightly subsurface? The bottom fly, the one on the bottom. I could give you your mic back.
Yeah, you're looking at me like I was supposed to answer that.
Oh, so, I just feel weird when I'm all by myself over here. So the top of the bottom, well, are you just nymphing under an indicator? Are you fishing what? You're about to get some liquid gold? Are you fishing this hare's ear under what? A caddis dry fly? You can do that? Dude.
Just giving away these
I gave it all away. This is liquid gold here, folks. When you're really struggling and you're having a tough time catching those fish that you see what? Only the dorsal fin.
Yeah.
And then your buddy goes, they're eating dry flies. And you say, no, buddy. I watched Dana on Getting Buggy. Okay? Buddy, I watched Getting Buggy. And I know that that's not a dry fly eat. That dorsal fin tells me something. They're eating subsurface. And I tied up all 5 of my patterns in my T&L kit without a bead.
Just for this moment.
Just for this moment. This is your time to shine. And I wish I could show you how to tie a special little knot that would just cinch around that dry fly and drop down in the surface like, I don't know, this far. All right,
how
measure
far is
it.
that, do you think?
Just measure it.
Is that like 8 or 10 inches?
Yeah, this is like a foot. Okay, Trish? It's a foot. But I'm telling you, that's kind of a bit of liquid gold there. And so make sure all your nymphs don't have beads on them or you're going to have a problem. Okay, so what is it? Well, typically people will answer, it's not really anything. It's a bit of a searching pattern and they're not wrong. But it's kind of, I would say, more in the caddis range of things, right? And I do have a picture here I'll show you guys, but I would probably kind of put this into my caddis knowledge of, fisher eating caddis. And this would be the fly that I would most likely use. A pheasant tail or a hare's ear. A hare's ear is really fun because, well, I'll get to that in Dana's pro tip. But yeah, the guard hairs, the stiff hairs from the hare's mask, they trap these tiny little air bubbles against it. And this looks like a bit of an emerging bug, right? So that glistening gas that a pupa is about to hatch, or that shiny exoskeleton of a molting nymph, is kind of what's happening when those really stiff, rigid hare's ear, or the mask of a hare's a rabbit. You guys know this, or is it? The hare, not the hare.
It is, yes.
Well, I know it's a rabbit, but it might be just like a different name for a different
cottontail,
species
hare,
of
there's just different subspecies. Yeah.
Good prospecting fly. So hare's ear, pheasant tail, copperjaw, prince nymph. If you only ever had 4 nymphs, those are the 4 nymphs that you're going to want to have, and you're going to want to have them in a bead and not to bead, right? Fish it under an indicator bobber. Fish it on a tight line system with a split shot at the bottom of your setup, like a Euro nymphing-ish rig. Or you can swing this into a subtle pool at the end of a tail, like a riffle run pool. Why not swing it? Try it, because why? It's like an emerging pupa. Fast riffles, well, that's where the mayflies go. And like I said, yes, try it. But I would say mostly look for it in that caddis type region of your watershed. So anyways, there's a caddis pupa. And I don't know. Kind of looks like the fly we're going to tie.
It does.
So, I mean, yeah, well, this could look like that shrimp that we tied last week. It could look like a scud. And yeah, sometimes I think the fish are just searching. And I've seen some really cool videos of fish nymphing under the water. And they're just reaching out and trying things and spitting them out. And trying things and spitting them out. Maybe sometimes that's how we catch fish. Is they just try it before they buy it. And then it has a hook. I have some awfully small feet. I'm just checking in. Neil's going to the Urban Dictionary for maybe coffee later could go so many bad ways. That's right. An added benefit of tying this non-beaded variety, perhaps it won't go so far into the trees behind me. It might be easier to get out, but you won't see it as easily. Yeah. Oh, the beads spooked the trout now, you tell me. Well, yes. yes, truthfully. So in the finality of this, like I promised you guys, the pro tip. The secret, the Velcro brush, or we have a thing from Shore, and it's got Velcro on it. We used to just have tongue depressors with a piece of Velcro. I don't know. I think they're in the back and on the other vise. But yeah, you can Velcro it out to get it all buggy and those really stiff hairs. And like I said, the gas bubbles and all that stuff. So, Get nuts. Make this fly a little buggy and dirty. And that's the gold-ribbed hare's ear from my perspective.
I like it. Very good explanation. Thank you for that. This hare's ears pattern is it's a tried and true. I think when I think of a hare's ear, I think more caddis than anything else. But yeah, we've talked lots. Dana said a lot of words about the bead or no bead. We fish a lot of both. And sometimes you even go to a tungsten bead because you want the extra weight to get way down, and you're on a jig hook, and there's all these things. But I think the great takeaway is don't ignore unweighted nymphs, because sometimes we don't want to be that deep. And like you said, maybe just 4 to 6 inches under the surface is all you need. So let's get over to the vise and let's get working on this pattern. Okay, so this is what we're going to be working on today. So there is also a couple of different ways this gets tied. Mostly the only difference is in the materials that you use. So today what we're going to be using is, yes, we're going to be using the hare's ear or the hare's mask, that blended dubbing, which has those nice long guard hairs in it. You got a big old patch of it in your kit. You can tie a lot in there, but you can see those very distinct, longer straight fibers. Those are the guard hairs kind of mixed in with that underfur. So you can build a tail for the fly out of that. That's kind of the classic way of doing it. We're going to be building a tail for this fly tonight out of some very fine deer hair that's got some really nice marking on the end. So we're going to be using this for our tail today, but you can build it out of that dubbing as well. It's just, I like the way this peers a little better. There's been different materials used to build the case over the thorax, as you can see there. We're going to be using, at least if you're tying out of your kits, you're going to be using some turkey flats, we call them. We give you a piece of turkey flat, and I'll show you how we're going to use that. This just has a very nice mottled look, is what we call that, where it's dark and light splotches like that. There are synthetic materials and stuff you can use for the same thing, but we're going to kind of keep this pattern all natural in its classic state. Which is so cool about this bug is that it started from just true natural fibers that you're going to find in the wild, which is pretty cool. Not that there's anything wrong with synthetics, but it's a neat thing. Okay, let's go ahead. We'll pop this guy out of the vise, and we'll get our hook placed back in. So we are tying this on a size 14 nymph sprout hook. Get this level. Oh, still not. There we go. Okay, and like I said, I'm going to be using some UTC 70 in black, so this is what I'm going to be going with for my thread. When we start off on this pattern, we're going to leave ourselves about an eye length distance behind the eye. When we start that thread, I'm going to wrap it back over that tag end and secure it down. Then I'm going to come in and trim out that tag end of thread, get that out of the way. And then the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to lay down some thread wraps all the way back to the top of the hook bend. And the reason we're doing that is we're going to tie in this tail first. We're going to bring our thread back to the middle of our hook shank. But having a little thread base on top helps that hair grip and not want to roll around the hook shank itself too much. So first thing I want you to do for materials is we're going to go over to that little patch of deer hair you have in there. And we're going to grab ourselves somewhere in the neighborhood of 1/4 of a pencil width. And I don't really know why we use that as a measuring explanation, but that's what we're going to go with, okay? Grab maybe a little bit more than you think you're going to need, because when you clean out the underfur, it often shrinks down the amount of material that you have. And so I'm holding on to the tips of it when I cut it off. So there's our tips there. And I'm going to just pinch the tips, and you can see all this underfur that's going to kind of pull out some of those hairs that aren't at the right length. We're just going to pull all those out so that that looks clean. Then I'm going to come over and look at the amount that I have. I think that's a pretty great amount for what we're going to use. I'm not going to stack this hair because I do want it almost to look tapered. Okay, so often when you pull it off, there's going to be a few shorter, a few longer, and I kind of like the way that that looks. Now on this pattern, we don't do a super long tail like we would, let's say on our next fly, which is a kind of dedicated mayfly pattern. This guy, we're going to keep it a little short and stubbier. So we're going to go with about half a hook shank in length. Okay, so if I come, place this in my fingers, and I measure it on here, that's about how long I'm going to have my tail when I hang it off the back here. Now when I transfer this here, I want to transfer that measurement so that The tips of my fingers are right back at the top of the hook bend, and then I'm going to switch hands, and I'm going to lean that down, and I'm going to actually start by tying this in right in the middle of the pattern. So I'm pinching pretty strong with my fingers here so that this doesn't roll around the hook shank when I first tie it in. I'm just giving my bobbin a nice, for me, clockwise spin. If you're a right-hand tire, that would be counterclockwise, and that causes my thread to naturally jump back, as you see there, against my fingers. And it makes it nice for securing the material. So when you see me doing that, that's kind of why. So I'm gonna take a few wraps here. I'm gonna pull down. You can see it's gonna flare that a little bit. And then all I'm gonna do is keep pinching with my fingers and keep winding back down over that material, kind of while lifting up, because I'm trying to keep this up on top of the hook shank itself. So if I gotta regrip it, and I wanna take this till right at the top of the hook bend, but I don't want it to go back and down off the other side. You see, if I pull tension, it flares a little more. If I back off tension, it takes the flare away. We kind of want it somewhere in the middle. So I'm gonna take another wrap there. I'm gonna flare it just slightly, and then I'm gonna secure it down nice and strong with some thread wraps, and I'm gonna wrap back forward. Now I'm gonna try to lift up all this deer hair out the front, kind of get it up on top, and I'm gonna cut this off at a shallow angle. This is all going to have dubbing over it, so we're not too concerned about that little bump being created there. I'm going to take my thread over top of those butt ends, just make sure it's good and secure. And then I can bring my thread back to the middle again. And then we're going to get to our next material. So the next thing, this is where the gold rib part comes into this fly. We have some gold colored flash in your kit there. So I want you to go ahead and grab that. We're going to tie this in again, kind of right at the middle of this pattern. I'm going to tie it in on the near side of the fly, so towards myself. I'm just going to lay it in here like so. I'm going to take my first gathering wrap, a second one, and you see I have a tag piece of gold there. I'm just going to pull that back so it's covered in with my thread, and then I'll continue, pulled it right out, do that again. I'm going to continue to take thread wraps back right to where I left my deer hair, and I'm just going to let that flash hang out the back, because we're going to come back to that in a second. Now the next thing we're going to do is going to be the first time we start to add in some of this dubbing. So we're going to make ourselves a dubbing noodle, which we've done, I think, on most of our patterns so far this year. So we should be familiar with it. But what we're going to do, how we're going to create this, is I want to pull some thread back off my bobbin, exposing probably 2 to 3 inches here. I'm going to place that dubbing up against the thread, put my thumb over top, and I'm going to turn my fingers in a single direction to make a nice tight rope of that material right onto that thread. So I'm going to take a nice pinch off like so, lay it on here, spread it out a little bit. You can moisten your fingers a touch too, that does help. And then I'm just spinning. I'm going to spin that right on. Now this first dubbing noodle, we don't want it to be super thick or too much volume. When we build the thorax, we're going to go with a little bit more. But we want this to kind of look tapered, so it can start pretty skinny at the back and build in size. So now that I have this here, and I have that dubbing on there, I want to take thread wraps until that dubbing starts to lay down on top of the hook shank. Get a full wrap at the back, and then I'm going to start wrapping forward. Okay, and like I said, kind of starting to build a little bit of a taper. And I'm going to take this forward to about halfway up the hook shank. Okay, so somewhere right about here. I have a little bit too much on there. I'm just going to pull it off. Kind of wrap it back on itself. And then take my thread out in front of the dubbing. Okay. Now you can already see how buggy that's starting to look. You can see those guard hairs coming through. We are going to compress them down slightly with this flash. But we're going to take this flash now, and we should get about 3 turns of it. Just nice open palmer, even spacing, creating that segmentation as we come up the body. And once I kind of get that last turn of it in, I'm then going to lift it straight up against the hook shank itself. I'm going to take a thread wrap behind. That's going to be the first place it locks it in. Then a thread wrap in front. And I'm going to repeat that. I'm going to go 1 wrap behind, 1 wrap in front. And once I know I got that good and secure, then I can go ahead and trim out that flash. Now our next material we're going to grab is going to be that turkey flat. Now we're going to use a piece of this to create that nice casing over the thorax itself. Now when you look at the feather, you can see there's an underside, which is a little bit lighter in color, and then kind of a little bit more pronounced color side, which is the top side. Okay. Now, when we tie this in, we're going to tie the underside in first, and then we're actually going to be folding it back over. Either side will work, but we're going to use that little bit more pronounced color side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to grab myself a pretty decent chunk. We're going to aim for, in total, the fibers are probably like 7 or 8 of them. It looks thicker than it should be, but once you tie it in, it kind of thins it out. So first thing I'll do is I'm just going to come in here and trim it off like that. And then I want to make sure that I get to use this really nice mottled section. So I'm going to come up and trim this a little higher up, still maintaining that underside. Okay, so I want the underside to be pointed up towards me when I tie it in. So when I fold it back over, I'm going to get the nice dark side. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here. I'm going to take my thread wrap forward slightly, about halfway between my dubbing and the eye of the hook. I'm going to place this right on top, maybe slightly towards myself, so that first wrap's going to carry it right up on top. Cinch that down, and then I want to pull up on it to make sure it stays right up on top. And I like to put my finger in here and flatten the materials out a bit so I get it to cover the whole top of the fly, like that. And then I'm just going to take some more thread wraps back.
Graham just wants to know why you're now referring to it as a single direction.
Well, because every time I say one direction, that's what happens.
Yeah, there it is.
Not that it matters.
There it is. I mean, Graham was late, but he does have a request, and we did it.
That's true. One thing, guys, I forgot to reiterate before we started tying today is remember your SOS button. If you need me to stop, take a break, ask a question, whatever. That's the beauty of the live show, is that you can ask questions and get answers in real time. If you are watching or tying from the quick ties, I'm not personally there able to respond right at that moment. So use the SOS if you need to. Oh, it looks like some progress.
Checking in on our painting.
Oh,
all right, there it is.
Shape.
Oh, wow. Maybe that fish is just dorsaling.
Maybe it is.
To be determined. But yeah, the SOS button works like this. And we hit the button, the screen flashes, we hold the show, and we wait for you to go take a pee.
Yeah. Just like that. Whatever you need. We're here for you. Okay, we're going to continue with this fly. Just taking thread wraps back till I basically bump up against the last dubbing that I put in there. We want it to kind of seem like a seamless transition when we do that.
Joel Southard, late to the party,
Ooh.
but
What's up, Joel?
better never than late.
Okay, we're going to go back to our dubbing again. We're going to make, remember, a little bit shorter one this time, but a little beefier. A little bit bigger. So I'm taking just more material and making a little shorter of a dubbing loop. Okay, add just a smidge more. We want to have some space behind the eye to fold our casing back over, so we don't want to have too much. So we may need to pull some off, but we're going to come in here, and now we're going to kind of over-exaggerate the size of this one a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to make this pretty thick. And this is going to be the portion that we will brush back out. Okay, so taking it right here, right up to about an eye length behind the eye. Okay, and that should be roughly where it ends. This is what it's going to look like from on top right now and on bottom. So you see there's no gap between those two portions of dubbing. And now to kind of finish this off, all we got to do is fold our case back over. Okay, so I'm going to pull right back up, pull over towards the eye. I'm going to basically brace my fingers right there. I'm going to take a thread wrap up and over and secure that right behind the eye. Going to do a couple wraps here before I let go. And then I'm also going to sneak a couple thread wraps in front of that material. Kind of no different than how we tie off anything. Couple behind, couple in front. Now that I know that's good and secure, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to trim this off as close as I can. It's hard to get it, perfectly right down, but it's about as good as we can do. And now before I do much else, I'm actually going to come in here and whip finish this fly so that I don't lose any of this work. And then we're going to get to work on making it look a little nicer, or a little worse.
A little buggier.
A little buggier. Come in here, get a 3 to 4 turn whip finish. I'm only going to do one because I am actually going to add some resin to this. I'm going to come in here and trim this out. Now don't worry if you've got some guard hairs that are sticking way out.
Yeah, let them stick out.
Let Let them stick out. That's not a bad thing. Now I'm gonna come over to my Solres Bone Dry. This is just a brush on UV resin. And first off, I'm gonna put just the smallest dab right on those thread wraps. And that's really gonna secure that in so I know that that isn't gonna come apart on me at any point. Should be able to get a few fish in there. Oh, there's our gal Rosina doing her thing. Shedding some light on the situation.
Oh, shedding the booty cheeks on the situation.
Yeah, she is.
Oh, she's an OG. Off she goes. Bye-bye.
See you later, girl. Now, something I do like to do, and sometimes you'll see on these hare's ears, they'll put like a big bubble of resin, kind of mimicking what Dana was talking about, that air bubble. I'm not going to do that on this fly. I like to let the guard hairs do their own work, but I do like to put just a little tiny coating of resin right on top of that case, because it does just give it a little bit different of a hue. You still get that nice mottled look, but it gets a nice little shine on it. Oh, she's still going.
All business.
All business.
You get a
Looking
double
good.
Rosita.
All right.
Kind of the music for her.
It is. She's dancing to it. It's perfect.
Let's just let her have her moment. Oh, and then
Oh,
she
no.
stops.
She stops.
We give her what she wants. Hang on, let's give her her moment.
Okay, give it to her.
The syncopated heartbeat of the warm, soft light. Feel the waves caress the shore. Hear the palm trees sigh.
I mean,
she's got skills.
if that doesn't make you smile,
I know. This
not
makes me
much
wanna
will
dance.
tonight.
Awesome. All right, guys, we're almost done this pattern. So what I like to do is if I come around and I see that I have like some crazy, crazy long ones sticking off, I am going to trim those guys out. And it's going to seem kind of counterintuitive because I am going to go back and brush it. But just the super long guard hairs that are sticking so far out that it almost takes away from that buggy look because it makes it look a little unnatural. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to come in. This is just a tool from shore fly fishing. It's just Velcro. That's all it is. You can have it on a tongue depressor or whatever. Doesn't matter. I'm just going to come in and I'm going to do some brushing right on that kind of thorax part of the fly.
Yeah, it's almost like legs. Like
Yep,
it
that's
buggy
exactly
like
it.
legs.
Just trying to create a little bit of bugginess like legs coming off the bottom right there. Just like that. There you have
I think
it.
I hit the gold with this playlist.
It's actually good. I'm liking it. But that's it, guys. That is your gold ribbed hare's ear. An absolute classic. Something you definitely should have a few of in the box. There you go. Hopefully yours turned out something like that.
Badass.
You are, Timmy. Yeah, there's very few out there that have the skill set that you have. And I know for sure I'm not one of them.
That's only because they haven't seen me tie the Comparadun yet.
Oh.
They might have a different opinion.
Well, the good news is the Comparadun is coming up. But you know what else is coming up? It's time for another beer, Tim, because, well, Beer 30 is a great place to be on a Thursday night when you don't know what to drink. We tell you.
I'm excited for this next
And
one.
it appears that nobody has been able to find the beer. So this one here is called Man Crush, recommended by Mr. Ritzko.
Ooh,
And maybe that's because he's got a man crush
probably does.
on us. All right, friends, this Luminosity beer was the first one, and it is all done, and we gave it some good reviews. But our friends over at TFO Canada and Shore Fishing have brought you this week's Beer 30. And I'll pour. Tim will tell you exactly what the Man Crush is all about.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Can I get my mouthpiece back? Is it on? I can't hear it. Now it is. Oh, there I'm back.
Oh, it's just like
Just
a
a
warm
different
hug
mic.
when
Yes,
that
I
thing
know.
turns on.
It's such a good one. All right, Man Crush, the Bobber Down. This is from Sea Change Brewing Co. in Edmonton. We've actually had a few of theirs, and they're all have been pretty good. This is a Mandarin Ale. It's a 4%. It's the all-day boat beer, if you're allowed to drink on your boats. The vibe, this is the fun day on the water where you just want to laugh and catch fish. It's approachable, unpretentious, and impossible to dislike. The hatch, Mandarin Orange Ale. Sea Change calls it mimosa without the champagne. Wow. Ooh, it's designed to be crushed, hence hence the name. On the palate, a total juice bomb, big hits of fresh mandarin orange, and citrus zest. It's light. It's effervescent. This is great. Words. Effervescent. And finishes with a massive orange twist. It is best paired on a hot summer day, wet waiting, or throwing big ugly foam flies. At only 4%, this is the ultimate rowing beer. You can have a few and still keep the boat straight.
You hear that, Cam? You can let go of your AGD or whatever you're drinking.
AGD.
Joel Souther said that the gold-ribbed hare's ear is potentially his most favorite nymph of all time.
Wow,
What would yours be on a whim?
On a whim? Can I say it?
And it's literally 5 letters. CDCPT.
Yeah, that's all it is. That or a red hook. one of the two. But yeah, nymph-wise.
I think that red hook would fall in the worm category.
I know, but it feels so good to fish.
Hey, Oil Fan actually tied along after having a few man crushes.
Nice job.
Beer 30, folks. It is one of the most greatest things that the show has ever introduced, besides Rosina, the captain, the wizard, Tim, his tying skills, me, my ability to BS, and Ken's nuts.
Yeah, the bubble gum.
What else? We got I don't even know. Struther's fantastic way to start the season off with. He has not been back, guys. You walked him right off the plank.
I saw him.
Oh, did he jump in?
You got to scroll
he
up.
Jumped
He's
in.
I saw something.
We literally walked him off the plank.
He was just partying in Mexico last week. That's all.
Darren, you can drink on my boat water, as you do coffee laters all day. He booked a trip with me this summer, Darren.
Amazing.
Yeah, super excited.
That's awesome.
I've seen him out there lots with his dad, and that's the stuff that makes me so happy when I finally get to spend a day on the water with one of the TNL fam.
Our favorite days. We've said that countless times.
I know. We're just going to have an absolute ride out there. Whatever happens, Darren will probably row the boat half the day, he said. Right?
That's a
he did
perfect
say
day.
That.
I heard
and I'll
him.
be drinking Man Crush. Darren will be my new Man Crush. So let's give it a try, Tim. Oh, we forgot a Chin Chin. Chin Chin. This might go up top there, I think, for you.
That's a banger.
That's
a banger.
That is literally it's very soft. And
it smelled like it was gonna be more than it
but
was.
it's not. It's not more. I think it has the
That is it's just super smooth. That's actually more smooth than the Pilsner.
Yeah, it is. It's better.
This is gonna rank up there pretty high, folks.
Oh, for me, I'm gonna slap it down with a 4-banger, 20-inch brown trout on a size 22 midge. A beer we're celebrating with precision and finesse.
Yeah, you're gonna have to drop another 4-bomber there.
Effervescent is the word of the evening. And this. Oh, Mr. Ritzko, Man Crush.
Man Crush. Agreed. That's a good one. That's Tyler, right? Oil fan.
Yeah.
He also likes it. Top 10.
He'll have another Man Crush if he has to.
If he absolutely has to.
All right, guys, check out this magical work of art. Fantastic.
I still think this might be one of my favorites.
Somebody answered GT for this. It's actually an Africanus hermit. And that's what we caught in Oman, just to give you a little
we'll just
behind the
bombs.
scenes.
I think this might be one of my favorites, though, to be honest.
A dancing Ricky golden stonefly. Yeah, I know. That's just magical. Super excited to see what she's got going on in the studio. We're going to throw back on our crappy music and head over to this camera and check on the...
Oh, man,
wow.
The colors are coming.
You can talk to us if you want.
Is it on? Hold on.
It's on now, yep.
Now is that better?
Yeah,
that's
I'm
good.
sorry we don't have any Taylor Swift or Gracie Abrams, but you're going to have to do with Coracaco da Brazilo.
It's great.
Okay, good. You're the only one who's ever said that about my music.
Hey, I've given you props when they're due.
All right.
Liked Rosalina's dancing.
Oh, Rosina.
Rosina. Close.
Yeah, I know. No Photo Mojo probably had to take an aspirin. He was having a jammer watching her. Grinding his beans.
Oh, man.
All right, so that's coming along nicely and magical. It's magical.
Transformed a lot.
Yes.
I think effervescent.
That's a
That's
good word
good.
for it, too.
Effervescent.
Effervescent.
Was a word that we learned about our beer. So that fish looks exactly like a fish that's staging to eat a Sulphur Comparadun.
You think?
I think so.
Yeah.
And that's a good segue into my time with you guys.
Ooh.
All right, Mateo, you keep crushing that out and we'll check back. Remember, guys, she's painted all these awesome fly boxes and, yep, doesn't focus. And then this one here, too. I'll hold it by my face. And remember that the one she's doing tonight is a special for Flyingo. Flyingo.ca to get your Flyingo card to play along. And you can win this Artist Series fly box.
Ooh, that's a win.
Yeah. So, all right. Let's head over and learn about the Sulphur Comparadun. Yeah, getting buggy with Dana. That's what this segment's all about. You might have already sat through the gold ribbed hare's ear, so you kind of know how it goes. I teach you a little bit about the Sulphur Comparadun, a little bit of entomology-ish, how to fish it, a little bit of pro tip for myself, and answer any questions that you guys might have, which makes the live stream really fun because you can ask questions. It's interactive. It's mono a mono. There's no dumb questions because your question is probably all 88 other people's questions, but they are not brave enough to ask. So remember, ask the questions. Tim will kind of flag me if a question comes in, and just trying to read some comments. Campbell, welcome to the show. Just got, he missed all of us chirping him. Yeah, Ritzko, we like the Man Crush and the Sulphur Comparadun. The hackle-less wonder for picky eaters. So what would the hackle full version of this fly be? Well, it could be the Adams. Although gray, you could tie an Adams in yellow or sulfur yellow or whatever you want to call this color of a fly. But the hackle, okay, it makes the dry fly stand up further, higher, more proud out of the water. Now, you've got to ask yourself some questions when you're fishing. How long do the fish have to check out your fly? Because the more time that they have to check out your fly, the better your fly better be. And, well, quite simply, that's going to answer a lot of questions about the Sulphur Comparadun. Because we're targeting fish who have a long time to check out your fly. So your presentation, your mending abilities, and your pattern selection is going to be pivotal in your success with the Sulphur Comparadun. So they say that Al Couchy and Bob Nastasi, maybe bros like me and Tim, were just sitting together one day and they said, I wonder if we took all that hackle off, we could get this fly to sit a little flatter. And well, now they're on a trout stream known as the Catskills, which is a very popular and picky, probably a non-beaded, you know what we're talking about, fly stream. And then they thought that Adams is really sitting up high. And they decided to what? Take the hackle off. Because, well, they could get this fly to sit a little softer, a little lower, not quite a merger status, but just a little more subtle in the surface film. So taking the hackle off allowed them to complete this task. But then there was another problem. As Couchy and Bobby Rossotti, not sure how you say his name, came together and they thought, we're going to have to find a very special deer hair that is thin and hollow, right? Thin so that it flares and fans, like Tim's going to show you, but hollow so that it floats. So not just any deer hair could accomplish this task. And so they went on a mission to the coast and they found these coastal deer hair. And upon further look, their hair appeared to be very hollow. Not sure how they could tell from that far away, but they got their manscaping tools with them and they shaved one of these deers and brought it home. And they thought, this is really hollow deer hair, but it's very thin. And the hollowness helps it stay afloat. And the thinness helps it flare like a fan shape. And the Sulphur Comparadun was created, invented. Remember, it's not just any deer hair. You might see it in your fly shop as Comparadun deer hair, but Comparadun isn't a deer. It's just the deer hair that works for the Comparadun. So the coastal deer hair is also an actual deer that they do take the hair off, and it works for something like this. So if you tied it with the wrong deer hair, you might not get it to fan properly. And then the other part, the crux, is that it might not float. And you won't find that out until you're in a precarious situation and your fly doesn't stay up. No matter how much floating you put on it, it's just not staying up. So what exactly is the Sulphur Comparadun? Well, a sulphur mayfly, right? The Epiremalama invernadilla dorothea. Okay, that's Spanish for the sulphur mayfly. These are beautiful, delicate mayflies. I'm sure you guys have all seen them, but they flutter and they fly so magically above the water. It's like an orchestra. You know, you got a mayfly and you got a caddis. How do you tell the difference? Well, first of all, the biggest difference is the way that they fly. So when you see these mayflies come out of the water, they have to float so precariously down the river, and their wings are up above them, and they're drying their wings because they can't fly with wet wings. And it's magic, but it's also very sad because it is the time of their life that they get eaten by trout because they're getting kind of stuck on the water. They aren't able to fly. But when they do fly, it's very beautiful and very graceful. So this exact fly pattern imitates the dun, the adult stage, freshly hatched, resting on the water, drying its wings before taking flight, just like I told you guys. This profile mimics the distinct upright wing silhouette of the natural dun without that messy footprint and high riding hackle design. So, well, they're onto something here, and if you have never tried the Sulphur Comparadun, this summer is your chance. Or, what's the brain fart? What's the other yellow bug? PMDs, yeah. You could use it. You could even tie this in olive. You could tie it in gray and get a little creative because it's a mayfly. So just change the color and you match your hatch wherever you are. Remember we talked about the water and how long your fish has to look at the fly. Well, here we are with a smooth, flat water and it glides and it's so peaceful and perfect. The mayflies, like we talked about on the last bug, hatch in the top of the riffles. Liquid gold. Here we go again. And so when they get down into the bottom of the flat water, there still could be stuck in the surface, and therefore that's how you fish the Comparadun. And I can tell you from experience, some of the biggest trout I've ever caught have been down in this flat, slower water. Not for heavy riffles because it doesn't have a hackle and it's just going to drown no matter how much you put that thing in floating. it requires a surgical dead drift. Probably a longer leader, so your leader doesn't affect the drift. And just remember, low rider. It's hard for the trout to distinguish this from the real bug, which is exactly what we want when we have already understood that fish has a long time to look at our fly. And he comes up and they go like this. And then they turn away and they go down. That's way too long to be a crappy fisherman, okay? You're not going to catch the fish. A good drift, a longer leader, a smaller leader, and a Sulphur Comparadun. Beautiful things will happen. And one more thing I have for you guys. A picture and then a pro tip. There's a Sulphur dun. It's so beautiful. I love mayflies. I don't know why, but I absolutely have a riot fishing a mayfly hatch. Probably my favorite hatch is a blue wing olive hatch. And I can't tell you why, other than I just have some very green drake hatch for sure. But a blue wing olive hatch. It's cold, it's drizzly, it's probably September, it's fall, it's crappy. Not everyone's out there, but you are. And you've got your blue wing olive Comparadun, and you're just cleaning up on fish. My pro tip is it's all in the hair, like I talked about. The specific kind of deer hair. Trust me, friends, it makes a difference. I don't know how they went to the coast and found the perfect deer, but they did. And they brought it back to us. And now we tie this magical fly called the Sulphur Comparadun.
Wow, that was good. I agree with Dana on so many levels. Mayflies are definitely my favorite bug to fish for a lot of reasons, but they are a graceful bug, and a lot of times they're just, unfortunately, like a little different than caddis that have bigger, broader wings. These guys get stuck in the surface film, which is to our advantage when we are trying to fish with this type of bug. I have personal experience with this pattern. I have done very well with it, but like Dana said, it's got to be the right water because you can't fish it in the heavy riffles. It's not going to stay up. But yeah, I want you to have some grace with yourself, have some grace with me. This pattern takes some getting used to, and I will say that as bluntly as I can. Proportions are everything on this fly, especially when it comes to the deer hair. Your first few might not turn out quite how you want them to. I know mine didn't. But just stick with the pattern, and maybe 5 isn't quite enough. You have enough dubbing on in your kit to tie about 50 of these, so just keep working at it because I promise it's worth it. This is one of those patterns, and like Dana said, different colors match the hatch of what you have in your local waters because it's a pattern, or just go with purple. Purple for it works. There's another golden nugget for you. But yeah, great pattern. It's going to take a little bit of technique in this tying, and we are tying it in a size 16. So this hook, if you're tying out of your kits right now, is going to feel small. Even though it might look big on the screen when we get going, it's a teensy little fly. So, like I said, have some grace with yourself.
Funny story.
Yeah,
funny story.
My
My camera's pissing me off.
Just wanted to focus on you.
Well, I ruined it. Okay,
What'd
stay
you do?
there. Funny story. Maybe the guy's here. I don't know. Someone called me the other day. I had a little bit of a war talking about what color the blue wing olive should be. And
It's weird because it's almost like it's in the name.
I think I threw him for a loop when I said purple.
Well, that's
purple
just
haze.
But purple is a whole nother topic. But it is.
I understand, but it's my answer to what color of olive should your blue wing olive be?
Purple. Purple is never a bad choice. Okay, guys, this is our pattern. So, some of the things that we're doing on this pattern that are different than some other mayflies that we have tied in the past. Try to move my shirt over so you can see the tail a little better. So this tail is tied as a very realistic tail. We call these mayfly tails or microfibbits. A very interesting word. They come on a thing kind of like this. Okay, very, very interesting pattern. Ooh, look at you go there. Where's his face? Ron. He's the third band member. But it's a very fine material, and it is obviously, as you can see, it's very small, it's thin. It takes a little getting used to time, but there is a trick to getting the tail to splay perfectly, kind of like this, and to hopefully keep it there. But throughout this whole fly, you may feel like the whole time it looks like junk and it's falling apart, but a lot of the shaping is actually done at the very end with the wing, and the tail. The first few times I tied this again as a refresher, I even cut the tail off, because when you're trimming the deer hair off, once you tie it in, there's just things that go wrong. But stick with the process. Hopefully this one goes well, and I can show you what one should turn out like. Gonna set that guy aside. We're gonna go ahead and grab our next hook here. Little tiny guy. Like I said, this is on a size 16. And this is probably a very realistic size to what you would want to fish, a 16 or a 14. But yeah, it is pretty small. So first thing we're gonna do, thread. I'm tying this with a kind of a cool color. So this is a UTC 70, and this is in yellow olive. Okay, I really like this color. It actually kind of works with anything in the olive or the PMD color, or this very nice yellow sulfur color. When you go to put your thread on the hook, I want you to leave yourself a nice long tag of thread, and that's going to come in important because we're going to need it for part of the technique of tying in the tail. So I've left myself a really long tag. I'm going to start this thread roughly an eye length behind the eye, and space at the eye is going to be ever important on this pattern. Once I give myself a little bit to get that secured, I'm going to come in here and trim out that tag end. And now that piece of thread that I just trimmed out, I'm going to set it aside because I'm going to need it for an upcoming step. So I'll set that aside. Now, the first thing we're going to do is tie in these microfibbits, we call them, okay? Now, when I go over to a patch like this, realistically, some mayflies have 2 tails, some have 3 tails, but we're gonna try to tie this in as just 2, okay? So let's try to get just 2 off of here. Separate them out. What do I got there? 1. We're gonna try to get just 2, which this is actually one of the hardest parts, is just trying to isolate 2 of these, which I think I've got 1, 2, 3.
So if you're tying along and you don't have these tails, you can go find a paintbrush and you can pull a couple fibers off your paintbrush. You're going to have yourself some tails. Be creative.
Okay, I think I've got, oh, I still got more. This is actually one of the hardest parts. Trying to isolate 2 of them. Okay, we got 3, but I'm going to pull that one out of the way. So I got 2 of them right here. Okay, so when I go to cut these off, I want to first pinch them with my fingers so that I know that their tips are still aligned. They kind of come manufactured that way. I'm going to slip my scissors in here, trim off these 2. Now, a traditional mayfly tail is actually quite long in comparison to the fly itself. Sometimes more than even a full length. It's about a length and a half of the hook shank. So that's roughly what we're going to measure. We're going to measure kind of like 1 1/2, and I'm going to set that right back here. Now we're going to tie it in at the midway point, but I'm using that overall length of basically 1 1/2 off the back of the hook bend. Now, when I come in here, I'm going to switch hands. I'm going to start just like how we tied in the last tail. I'm going to spin my bobbin for me clockwise, if you're right-hand tie or counterclockwise. And I'm going to take just kind of a loose wrap, a second one. Before I pull any tension, I want to grab those butt ends and make sure that I have that right up on top of the hook shank. This is really going to help with the positioning of this as we move forward. So now I've got my tail sitting right off the back like that. I'm going to start taking some thread wraps down towards the bend while lifting up and making sure they stay right up on top of the hook bend. Now I want to take this as far as I can without causing those to completely dip off the backside. So I think that's maybe 1 turn too many. I'll back it off. Maybe even 1 more. There we go. And then we're going to use a technique to splay these properly, as well as to secure them in place. So I'm going to take 1 or 2 thread wraps, just kind of spiraling forward until I'm right about at the hook point. Now this is where that other piece of thread comes into play. First off, I'm going to come in and just trim out those butt ends. Now I want you to go grab that piece of thread. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, from the near side, so towards yourself, you're going to take that thread and you're going to put it down behind the bend of the hook like this. until it doubles over. Okay, so I've got a doubled over thread in my hand. Now you can see it hanging out down below the hook. Now I'm gonna come up on top, try to get these microfibets to splay for me enough that I can see the two of them. They like to stick together, so you just kind of got to work with them. Sometimes even taking your thumb and pressing from the back end of them will help them stand up a bit and splay until you can get them to separate enough. There we go. That you can get that thread to go between them. So I just slid that thread. Show it to you this way. I just slid that thread right between them. Now when I put pressure or pull forward on this thread, it's going to splay them more or less. Like there, I way overdid it. Okay, so however hard you pull on this is how much it's going to splay. But you have to make sure that both pieces of that thread are right up the middle between the two. So now I kind of pull, I get that pretty wide splay. I'm going to take a thread wrap up over top of that thread that I put on there. I'm going to take 2 thread wraps, and then I can adjust the position. So now I can pull on these a little bit, get them to stand up where I want them. You can see they're nice and splayed and separated. Once I get them to that position that I like, then I'm going to come forward and I'm going to take a few more thread wraps just to secure that thread. But not too much. Again, small hook shank, we don't want to overdo it with the thread. Got that pinched down. Now I can come in and trim out that thread that I used to splay them. Okay. Now this is the part that I like to do to really help secure this into place, is I'm going to come back in with that UV resin. Okay. Now that UV resin, I'm just going to put the smallest little spot of it right where those start to separate. And that's going to help hold them in place. But this takes very, very little resin. So I'm going to really try to empty that brush off the best I can. And just put a little dot right on the back there. Come in and cure that. So I'm going to double check these, make sure they look nice and splayed, which they do. You can see that resin just soaking in there. And I'm going to cure it. Now that's going to hold those in pretty good place, because the next materials I put in, I'm actually most likely going to mess these up completely, but as long as I got that resin in place, I know the tie-in point is secure, and I'm going to be able to come back and bend them to where I want them to be. There we go. Got that nice and cured. Now here comes the fun. We're going to take our thread forward.
Ren's signing off, saying goodnight.
All right. Night, buddy. Dad loves you. Have a good sleep. See you in a couple hours. Okay. So, deer hair. We've talked a lot about it in this episode. What's the right deer hair, right? It's thin, it's floatable, it's got nice dark barred tips. Okay, we do not need a whole lot of hair for this pattern. And I can't tell you exactly how much. Again, if we were to say, oh, it's a quarter of a pencil width or something, that's a decent description. Grab a little bit more than you think you might need, but remember, it's a very small pattern. And essentially, once this hair goes on, we want it to splay out at a 180 degrees around the top edge of the fly. But if we grab too much, it's going to be too much on the pattern. It'll make sense because this is a very small pattern. So I'm just going to go in and trim out a little piece. And we are going to stack this hair as well. But I always like to grab a little bit more than I think I'm going to need. Again, I'm going to come in and grab those tips. And I'm going to clean out all that under fluff, because that just hinders how it ties in and it doesn't allow it to flare the way you want it to. Now I come and check. Yeah, that's a decent amount of deer hair. I think that's a good amount. I'm going to come in here, put it in my hair stacker, tips down into the bottom. Get it all in there. Give it a couple of good wraps on the table to make sure that it stacks nicely. We definitely want these tips to be as even as possible. Now when I come to pull the deer hair out of here, I actually want the base of my stacker to be pointed towards the eye of the hook. So when I pull this out, my tips are already pointed forward. Okay?
You think he ever used tinfoil?
No. But you could use a dryer sheet if you're having issues in the bottom of your hair stacker. The hair is not coming out smooth like mine just did. Just give a little rub of a dryer sheet in there. It kind of takes all the static out and it can help. I'm going to come in and pinch those tips off of there. And now here comes one of the most critical points of this, is getting the proper measurement. We want the hair to be Oh, I like it.
The magic moment
magic
of the
moment.
Sulphur Comparadun is about to commence.
And I failed this moment a few times. But we want these tips to measure roughly that hook shank in length. We don't want to go much more than that. The wing's going to be standing a little bit too tall. And you're really not going to know until it's all finished, which is the crummy part. But I'm going to come in here and switch hands so I can view the tips. Okay? So when I view those tips and I set them right on top, the very tip back to my fingers, I've basically got that full hook shank in length is what I want to work with. Now where I'm going to tie it in, I'm going to take my thread forward, leaving at least an eye length behind the eye, if not a touch more. Take it just forward a little bit more. Okay? Now, excuse me. I need you to think about these fingers that are holding your hair. Their job is to hold that hair for like the next 3 minutes. Don't let go of the hair. We need to hold it to trim it properly. The butts ends off, and we need it to keep it up on top of the hook shank. So just keep in mind, keep these fingers nice and solid, and don't let go of this for a while. Okay, I'm gonna spin my bobbin again, so it's gonna jump rearward for me. I've got my measurement. I'm gonna set it forward to right here. The goal is to keep all this hair up on top of the hook shank. I'm gonna take one loose wrap, a second loose wrap. I'm pinching with my fingers now as I start to flare the hair. Okay. Now I need to slowly edge my fingers back slightly so I can see a little bit further back down the hair so that I can grab a little bit more hair on that butt side to cinch it down so I know it's not going to move. Okay. Taking a few more wraps in there just to secure that. Now I'm still holding tight, and I've probably completely crushed the tail at this point, and that's okay. But I need to pull up on this hair, and I need to trim this off at a fairly shallow angle, but making sure you don't trim out that tail that you just put in there. And you're trying not to get any of those front tips if you can. I trim that off like that.
That's where a good pair of scissors is imperative.
A good fine tip scissors are imperative. Okay, so now I can discard that. Your fingers are done their job. It wasn't 3 minutes, I was over exaggerating. But hopefully that went something like that. And like I said before, this fly is gonna look kind of frumpy until you're done, and that's okay. So I still have my tail is actually in a decent position still. If it isn't, just correct it. You can go in there and bend it back into place. Now my job is to run some thread wraps back through the butt ends of that deer hair. Okay, running my thread back, making a nice little ramp, kind of trying to secure some of it out. If you've got a few hairs that just are not cooperating, I'm just gonna go in there and trim them out because they'll cause you a little bit more hassle than worth. Now I've got a nice little ramp down to there. I'm gonna take my thread forward now, kind of right up behind that deer hair. And if you've got some of these butts that are still sticking up like this one right here, it's a little high, so I'm gonna trim this one. But if you have some kind of little cactus shapes like you see in there still pulling through, don't worry about that. This is all getting covered up with dubbing anyways. Now I'm gonna take my thread all the way behind the hair. I'm gonna pull up on that hair, exposing the eye of the hook. Okay, now I'm gonna drive a few thread wraps just in front. Make a nice little spot for our dubbing when we come forward. I'm not trying to shape this hair right now. I'm just standing it up a little bit. So that's just a little what we call a thread dam. I'm just putting a little dam in front of it. Now I'm gonna give myself a little bit more thread to work with. I'm gonna kind of open spiral right back to just before I get to my tail. Now we get to go over to the also important sulfur color, okay? This is super fine dry fly dubbing. Again, we've given you enough in your kit to tie probably realistically 100 of these flies. So don't toss this out, just keep using it. We're gonna make another dubbing noodle, just like we did on the last fly. Same idea. This stuff is actually really easy to put on because it's super thin. So when I come in here, I'm gonna, again, same motion. I wanna get that nice and tight rope, okay? We basically, when you think about how much to put on here, we basically are coloring our thread. We don't wanna overdo it. We want it to be nice and tight rope and quite thin. I'm gonna add a little bit more because we are gonna go all the way up the body and then in front of that hair. It's okay if you have to add some along the way. But now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start taking some thread wraps, making sure I don't pinch down that tail, but I want a full wrap of that dubbing right in front of the tail. And then I'm gonna start moving forward. If I need to, come in here and tighten up that dubbing again, just with that little spin. and it's going to build in diameter as we move up. Tighten it back up again. And we're going to work this right up behind the back of the hair, trying to avoid compressing any of that hair. Okay, so we kind of came right up to the back end, and now just like we do with our other thread, I'm going to pull that deer hair back, and I'm going to take some thread wraps right down in front, kind of damming that hair up again, and then working the rest of the stubbing until I get right behind the eye. Just like this. Okay. Now again, deer hair looks kind of frumpy at the moment. Don't worry about that. We'll fix it. Now we're gonna either come right now before we do anything else, and we're gonna whip finish, or we're gonna half hitch this fly. I'm gonna use my half hitch tool. I'm gonna come in here, get a good finishing knot right behind the eye. I'm gonna do 2 of these here. Make sure this is good and secure. Get that locked in. And then I can get my thread out of this equation. Now, it's not perfect, right? The hair isn't really fanned out super nice. It's kind of just like a post up on here. That's okay. How it's actually fanned is with your fingers. You can't tie this in perfectly. What you're gonna do is you're gonna come in after, you're gonna grab it and you're gonna pull it down around the edges. You're gonna spread it out. And this is a good reminder that even once this is in your fly box, the likelihood of it looking perfect in your fly box is probably not too high. So before you put it on your line and make a cast with it, you're gonna have to do a little bit of work just to make sure it looks good. Make sure your tail's in place where you wanted it and it fanned out nicely. So now we have a nice fan position all the way out. And our tail, hopefully, maintained somewhat of a shape like that. And if there is a little bit of dubbing that's sticking up here and there, I will come in very carefully just to kind of trim it out and keep it a little more streamlined. But that's your fly, guys. That is the Sulphur Comparadun. Now I know that's small and I know it's a little bit of a tough technique, but this is one I promise that if you tie this 10 or 12 times, you're gonna see a massive growth in your ability to make the proportions right and to get this super cool looking wing that we learned from Dana is gonna ride super nice and low in the water and is gonna give you a great opportunity at catching some picky fish.
Yeah, and don't get defeated by a fly like this because it's a lot of dexterity, and that's the big thing about fly tying. It's also the same thing with tying knots, right? There's so many different knots out there, and it's just about learning how to transfer materials from your hand to the other hand, about how to get your appropriate amount of materials, your portions correctly. And honestly, like I can't say enough for the kits, for the, like the entire season 8 kits. I see some people commenting in here, they're not sure if they have the right materials, but it's like, it's all there. And a big part of it is not that it's like you don't have all the materials somewhere, but it's all here situated in a perfect place for you to just put them all together and to master these techniques so that when you do, you can then go and buy more of them if you like that pattern. But I know Graham said it's a bit beyond his skill level, and that's the good thing about after the show is that the quick ties will go up where Tim will just be the fly tied all by himself outside of the show. You can check it out on our YouTube channel, and you can pause and rewind, and you could comment and ask some questions, and we do our best to get back to you in a timely fashion. But like Tim said, tie this fly 5 to 12 times, and it's like our favorite ab exercise. It's reps.
It's all about the reps.
You can't just do the coffee later once and expect to have a 6-pack. You've got to do that every single day. And that's exactly what fly tying is there's a lot of dexterity and understanding when to pass over the material, when to not pass over the material, which fingers to use to pinch the material, the pressure of your thread. There's so many fun elements that go into tying a little fly like this that essentially has 3 materials. Mm-hmm. But an effective fly and learning how to work with deer hair on a small level like that, how to get those tails to splay so beautifully like that. And then again, making a dubbing noodle and wrapping dubbing, which we've done a few times already this year, but you can see that they're transferable skills, and that's the progression of fly tying. Is probably the most frustrating thing is not having the right materials to properly learn, or trying to substitute stuff to make it work, and then it just doesn't. So
But that's the beauty of the kit, is you get to try.
100%.
And maybe this isn't for you, and this is a fly you want to go buy instead of tie.
Yeah.
But genuinely, guys, just give it a few times and give it a few tries. Some of these patterns we tie this year, you might think, like you said, oh, that's out of my skill level. I'm no god at the table. Trust me. I started just like you guys from the very bottom, and it takes some time and practice, but I think, like Dana said, once you get the dexterity, and I'll actually say, if you stop chewing your nails, it's having
magic.
nails is
they
so
catch,
much easier.
Everything catches on your. I do know this. Yeah.
And so, yeah, actually, you guys have forced me into
8 years later
into rehab, but it's great. And it becomes easier the more you try.
Yeah.
So.
And so yeah, like it's a pitch at the kits that we've created to make this easy, and just to kind of get the idea of the cost, at $200-ish Canadian and 24 patterns, and you get enough material to tie each of them 5 times, and locally, and I don't want to say it, but somebody's doing 8 fly tying nights for $500. And you get one or two flies a night. You're going to get 144 flies for $200. And this is a fly tying night that, you don't have to go out in a blizzard and a snowstorm and drive somewhere. And I understand there's a nice thing about, seeing people's eyeballs and being beside them. But this is it. This is really a great place to hang out and learn to tie flies, and amongst a lot of other things, like win prizes.
Yep. Lots of good things. I actually love, Travis, your comment here. If it doesn't look right, start over till it looks like you want it to. And if you don't have any, go find yourself some razor blades, because the amount of times I have cut material off and started over.
Or just a lighter. A lighter. And you can just burn it.
Yeah.
Start over again.
Great comment.
Yeah, I think it's really important to just practice. It's literally goes back to the ab exercises. Repetition. You want the 6-pack, you gotta consistently do it, and then those transferable skills from even the first fly to the second fly tonight. That's fly time.
That's fly time.
All right, we've done our beers. We've checked in on, I think our fly box is almost done, but let's let everybody know what you're going to win on your Flyingo game tonight.
Well, in true fashion, things are starting to stack up, because we have not had a winner. So from the last couple weeks, we still have a Season 8 kit that's going to go out. We have our Grandma's Couch Sun shirt. We've got 144 flies.
Yeah, what you could have if you bought a kit and tied all your flies,
you would have this fly box
in the fishfield.ca fly box. That's going to go to you if you win at Flyingo. I don't even remember what we've $600 value.
A lot of value in there. And then from our awesome sponsors at Wolf Creek Angler, we have a couple of cool things going out for you tonight.
Yeah.
One is 1 full day Missouri drift boat rental. Okay, so you get a full rental.
Wolf Creek Anglers, and you get a free drift boat for the day.
And also, we might as well cover your shuttle too.
You get a free shuttle. You get a free shuttle. You get a free drift boat. You get a free shuttle. So basically, you head down to Montana, Wolf Creek, go see Wolf Creek Anglers, talk to Jason, tell him you are a fan of TNL and you won Flyingo because you bought a Captain Clutch sticker, because you're going to need that. I saw we did some out here.
Yeah.
Some Captain Clutch cards went tonight. I emailed you guys your codes that you're going to need. And also, a prize that we didn't say in there was one of Matea's, painted fly boxes. The one that she did on air tonight. So, Yeah, she's her camera froze. I think she's gonna come into the studio and sit on the couch right now.
Right on time.
Weirdly, she's gonna come in. She's got her fly box all painted up. We will put on a clear coat after this once the acrylics have dried. And but yeah, first, well, you gotta win it, so you have to play Flying Go. And I think without much further ado, we're almost done the show in less than 2 hours.
Crazy.
But quite simply, we're gonna head over here and play.
Oh, it's so time. It's so time. Get your nimble fingers out and open up your flyingo.ca card.
Flyingo.ca. There's only one way to play, and that is the new and improved, most fascinating, somewhat stable app called fishpondflyingo.ca. If you open up your app, you're going to see a really fun logo at the top. Our friends at Fish Pond. Make sure you click on that at least once and let them know that the link works.
It works. I just checked.
It works. Does it check? Did it check? Did everybody check the link? The Fish Pond logo at the top of your Flyingo. It's not going to take you out of your Flyingo game. It's just simply going to...
Graham's just curious where he can quickly grab his Captain Clutch.
Thinking about getting one. So if you head over to our website at www.flyfishingbowriver.com/TNLS8, there will be the Captain Clutch sticker on there that you can purchase. And because you're not probably going to get the code in this instant, if you win, when you win, just say Doors of Doom, whatever, because you're not going to have your code because I'm not going to be able to get it to you right this second. But then I'll just grant you immunity because I know I'll see here that you did.
The powers that be.
The powers that be.
All the power.
All right. I got to figure out. And if you don't have a Captain Clutch sticker, well, you have a 1 in 9 chance of still winning, and you get to go see.
Hasn't worked out so well for people so far. So,
wow, 93 people playing. So that's great.
People are excited to play.
We got names like Kenny, Johnny Beers, Canoe Girls Back, GEOB.780, Erica McNeil, Peter Builds, Philly Burks, Cousin Beavis, Tyler M at Eitla, I think. Tulsa King, Tulsa King.
I love it.
Yeah, Dreamcatcher. Let your friends know, guys. We're going to let this build because there's nothing better than you guys testing my system. I don't know what happens after 100.
Oh, well, we should find out. It's free to play. Just go.
It is free to play. Yeah, you pay nothing and you get all those prizes. We ship them. We pay the darn duties. And Mateo, want to pass me this and I can show people. It's still a little bit wet. Yeah, it's a little bit wet. I don't know if that's gonna show up.
Very nice.
Brown trout. Waiting for the Sulphur Comparadun. All 3-dimensional. Sitting in the surface film, waiting to go home with you. When you win Flyingo.
Phil got a card just in time. Said I got a screenshot. Let's go.
All right. So remember, if you do get a Captain Clutch card, and obviously I have a lot going on right here. What? And I won't be able to send you, or maybe I did send you your code. I just have to double check here.
Oh, Mike Ritzko's got a card that's working.
Oh, yeah.
Big things are happening tonight.
Big things are happening. So, yeah, everybody that buys a Captain Clutch sticker, we thank you.
Yeah.
Because that helps. I'm just trying to figure out to see where. All right. So
keeps
this
the show rolling.
No, that's not it. All right. Well, maybe it hasn't shown up on my end. So, anyways, if you did buy a Captain Clutch sticker and I have not emailed you a code, I can still check it in. That's what we do. It's why we have the option to verify / Allison. Looks like Sean Ellison's here. Harry Tats is in. Torbus, Dreamcatcher, Bobber, Jerry Dickow, Bearcat, Hillbilly, Aggie, Kenny, Rip Jimmy, and McPhee. R.I.P. Jimmy. That's a great. It's Bruce. It's got to be Bruce.
It's gotta be Bruce.
Dustin Barnes must be done at the gym or else he's still doing his coffee laters. All right, well, we're going to call one here, and the first one hopefully shows up. And if you guys do see it on the screen, it should auto-populate into your game card, but if it doesn't, you might have your phone in sleep mode, or you might just have security settings on that don't allow me to push it through. So if you do see something, refresh your page. Is yours working?
Yep.
Yeah, and make sure you turn on your sound so you can enjoy your game at the fullest. Now, how do you win? Well, the instructions are on the bottom of your Flamingo card, and it just tells you what to do. If it flashes green, dab it. Dab it, folks. 4 in a row, and it will tell you. There's no
cheating.
ifs, ands, or buts. But yeah, we're almost at 100 here. We're at 96.
Come on, baby.
Oh,
Let's break this. Let's break this app.
Yeah, and if you do sign in, check your spam folder. Maybe Aaron's telling me to check my spam folder. Graham Thurston is 0 for 1. All right, the next one up here is the Goddard Caddis. Goddard Caddis. Anybody got the Goddard Caddis? If you did, it should flash green. And if it doesn't flash green, then it will need to be refreshed. You refresh your page and then it should show up green again. 96 players. We're at 96 players. This could be the largest. Probably going to get called into Alberta Liquors and Gambling.
Probably.
We're not even gambling. It's free. No purchase necessary. That's all you got to say, apparently, because that is a fact. All right, so I could go back and look. The Goddard's Caddis and the 2-bit hooker. And the next call is the Duracell Jig Nymph. The Duracell Fly Trout's 2 for 2. That's good to hear. The Duracell Jig Nymph 0 for 2. Graham, the captain has got you down.
Commentary here. It's great.
My card is working. Hand orange covering eyes. Well, that must be the emoji that doesn't show up here properly. Mateo, how's your card? Your microphone works if you need. Oh, maybe that one doesn't. So let's try. No, doesn't. Oh, this is this side. Talk now.
This works?
Yeah,
Yes, it
this
does.
works.
I have 2.
All right, 2. I'm not even playing. 96 players. 96 players. A bingo on the wall. I want a new card. Well, you're kind of locked into that unless you get a new email.
For life.
All right, next one. This will be the 4th. We could have a winner on the 4th. We could have a tie. We could test the new tie-breaking system. And I am not responsible if anything goes south because that's how she rolls. Cowgirl Racer is in the house. TT Bird 08 and Doug Yeti. Flyfisher 54, Mike Ritzko, Torbus, Novlin I, Jerry Dickow, Hirschman. All right, the 4th call is the Waltz Worm. Hold tight, folks. Did we find a bingo? I don't know what the permutation and combinations are for the amount of cards out, but
I ain't doing good.
we got a lot. I got to just wait. We might hear the noise because at
possible.
4.
Have we got anybody at 4 yet? I don't think so. 5, I think.
Yeah, I'm kind of nervous, like a house of cards here. What happens when it gets to 100?
Everybody's cards suck tonight.
I'm doing my best. My card sucks tonight. Well, somebody's card has to be good because.
Eventually.
All right. Well, looks like we've got no winners, so this one should set off a winner with the killer bug. 2 for 4. Graham is working
At least
hard.
he's got some now.
Yeah, it's going better than his microfibbits.
A lot of 3 for 4s.
Oh, we're at 5 now.
3 for 5.
We're waiting for incoming. I love this. It's like we're two worlds here. The delayed of comments and the instantaneous jonesing for. I can't believe there's going to be a tie tonight if this is how it's going.
If it keeps going, it's going to be tied up. I like
96 players. All right, spinning to win. Random call. The atomic worm. This has got to be somebody's. It's got to happen here. My tiebreaker only has 5 options of. You'll see.
Can only put in 5 people.
Well, I think I can put in more. But if they all get through the 5 hurdles,
Oh, yes.
I don't know what to do.
Well, we've come up with things on the spot before.
Yep. Me, and me.
5 for 6. Not bad.
Oh, all right. How does this not give somebody bingo?
3 for 4 in 2
Got
directions.
One more.
One more. You got one more?
Yeah.
Well, this could be rigged if it's happening in the studio.
So I'm not showing you.
Yeah. Well, we'll hear your phone light up when it goes. A 3 out of a million. I feel like I like it. All right, guys. I'm nervous to hit the next button, but it's Gallup's found link. If it didn't show up, just refresh your page and it should show up. We got a lot to give away.
We do.
A shirt, a whole box of flies, an incredible work of art here by Matea on a fly box.
And we got some drift boat rental.
Drift boat rentals and a shuttle.
A shuttle too.
Oh, Wolf Creek Anglers, you're nuts.
You're
I have a 6 square. Well, okay, guys,
This is
starting to
crazy.
get nervous
Yeah.
now because there's no way.
It's gonna go off. 6 for 6, but no winner. That's impressive.
we've what are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're at 7. This can't be true. All right, we're gonna
random
hit the
here.
next spin to win. Random picker is the pool toy hopper. It's gotta be. I'm gonna hear it.
I heard the
Bing!
beep. I heard a beep.
Yep, there it
There it
is. There it is. There it is. Wilshire.
Oh, Jeremy.
Oh.
And Phil. Oh, here we go.
All right. Well, I'm just waiting for them to come in, waiting for the claims, and
Big. Oh, here we go.
Darren's the one we got here.
Oh.
Jeremy, you might have not won it on the quick enough. I don't know. Philly Griffith Jr. I don't see your bingo coming in. Oh, there it is. Philly Griffith Jr. I'm just waiting to. Oh yeah, so he was waiting for his code. Now we're waiting for Jeremy. Jeremy.
It's got to come through.
Oh, Darren, you're getting trumped by guys who have. So I gotta find Philly Griffiths.
No wizard for me, he says.
Oh, this could be our first. I just need to know what why Jeremy's didn't come through. Oil fan 155. I got a bingo. Well, you just got to accept your bingo and then send it in, and we'll see. Maybe nothing's working.
Wait, well, we've heard some beeps, so we know it's working.
All right, we got Joel Souther,
there's
Phil
one.
Griffin. Phil Griffin does have a Captain Clutch.
Oh, man. That's a lot of beeping in the ears.
I know.
How many is that? 4?
We got Jeremy's
Five.
coming in twice. 3 times. Jeremy, we got it. Oh, Jeremy again. Jeremy,
He
stop.
wants in.
Yeah, Darren, I know you're Wilshire, but there's 2 other people here who have immunity, so we'll have to see
comes down
what
to
the
who wins.
tiebreaker looks like. Oh, 97 players. Well, guys, don't leave because everybody gets to go to the tiebreaker. And then if those people have immunity, well, they just win.
They win.
I chose to face the wizard like you instructed as I got my clutch. Yes, I got you, Philly. I got you. So right now we have a tie with Jeremy and Philly and Darren. Was there another person? I got a oil
Well,
fan. I got a bingo.
Yeah. That's Tyler. Right?
Yeah,
So,
I know.
Did you really? get a
Did you
bingo?
really? Did you really? Because, I mean, the game is the game. Jeremy, put me in, coach. All right, we're going to give it. Oh, we got Hirschman.
There
Did
he
get
is.
one.
He did get it.
He did get one.
All right.
He was just too busy.
Four-way
Oh.
tie.
Well, guys, we do have first. Oh, another one. Okay, Hirsch, we got it, bro. Bro's coming in hot. Oh, Hirsch again. Hirsch and Jeremy just pounding the buttons here.
That's too good.
Oh, it's a Hirsch again. Okay, we got to wait for his fingers to stop hammering on the bingo button. And it's good to see their codes work. So we're going to add these folks to a tie. So first we're going to add Hirsch to the tie. And then we're going to add Jeremy to the tie. I think I remember how to do this. And then I'm nervous, guys. I'm really nervous. Cousin Beavis, Philly, add to the tie. And then we're going to add Darren to the tie. Okay, and then we're going to open up the lobby.
So much
All
suspense
right.
here.
It's not showing up in this screen over here, which is fine. It tells you it doesn't work. That's why we can't. Oh, okay. Yeah. I see what's up. Okay, so I've so far added. I'm not sure why this one won't show up here, but what we might have to do is hold tight just so everybody can see the proof is in the pudding. Let's go over here.
Pudding proof.
The pudding proof. I'm surprised it's not showing up there.
Well, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Just hold on. Don't panic. I'm talking to myself again.
I was just gonna ask if that's who you were talking to.
Google Chrome. Okay, so
Hirsch, beep it again.
yeah. So if we come back to here to the screen share, and then I come over here and go change this. That's the wrong button here. Let's delete this. Let's delete this, and then we go like this.
Ooh, there they are.
And then the suspense is this.
Okay, so let's re-talk this through. Who's got the captain clutches? Who doesn't?
Well, everybody but Darren has the captain clutch.
Oh man.
So let's try to get some music in here. All right, so here's I gave away these questions. They're gonna know the questions. All right, guys. Work in progress here. This is the tiebreaker. It goes something like this. Okay, so the lobby's open, right? You guys have all got into the. You got all in. And then what we're going to do is we're going to ask a question, and everybody's in this. And you got kind of 5 seconds to quickly answer the question that is on the screen. If all of you get through this, it's going to be a pick a number because I don't have any more. I don't have any more options than this. I didn't think this. All right, here comes the first question. All right, all right, their answers are coming in. Their answers are in.
All the same.
And
but
let's
one.
just reveal the answers. Oh, man, Cousin Beavis is out. All right, so
see you
we've got
later.
3 guys going on to the next round, and then what we can do is we can eliminate the losers. Yes, we can. And well, look at that.
Oh, it's working.
Philly, you're going to be Philly, you're going to get the notification that you've been eliminated. And all right, next question is I know we're all going to get through this, but next question is All right, we're hitting it now. The question is up. They have the question.
Ooh, quick.
And they've all answered this so quick, so we're gonna
change.
Oh, change. Things are changing. Somebody's not getting through here.
Regret.
So we're gonna reveal the answers, and we're gonna see who's right. And Hirsch is the only one. Hirsch is the only one. Hirsch is the only one. And we're gonna eliminate the losers and bye. And the winner is quite simply the Hirsch man.
Where did the nutty come
And where did the term nutty come from?
from? Mayor of TNL.
Yeah. And well, anyways, we're gonna have to send Hirsch into the winning, and
We finally have a
reset
winner.
the tie, and then Hirsch is the winner.
Woo.
Just like that.
Congratulations, buddy.
That is how it works here on the most random game. And I do wonder if the shows up here now. Yep. Oh, yep. Yeah.
Winner. Chicken dinner.
Oh man.
Hey.
The more chaos, the better. And
It worked.
what was the question? We don't know. We don't want to reveal the questions because then everyone's gonna know how to look it up and be ready for the next one. Because I don't know how to change the questions like you guys want me to. And
That was
to each
good.
their own. That was chaos.
That was so good.
And it worked.
It worked.
It did. It worked. It worked.
All that work.
It
and
worked.
worked.
All that worked, and I was sweating and
I can see it.
yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Well,
Tyler.
congrats to the guys. Darren, that's so awesome, and Hirsch, and Jeremy, and Philly Griffith. Like, I mean,
So close.
that is riveting.
Yeah, that's fun. I like it better when there's ties.
Somebody, well, I do, but I'm gonna have to change all the questions now. Yeah. So one of the questions, I'm not gonna tell them because I really don't know how to redo the questions. So we're just gonna take it as it is, and hopefully the next winners don't know the answers. But I can't believe they didn't. I thought for sure they were all gonna get through to the end.
Yeah, I thought it was going all the way.
Yeah.
But when I saw all the random changes
Yeah, it
of
was
letters, I
intense,
was like,
wasn't
no,
it?
they don't know. They don't know.
That was intense. Super
Fantastic.
super grateful. Okay, guys, the best part of the show is coming up. Do not leave. Let's just say thanks to our sponsors, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna share our wins of the week, and then we're gonna put a wrap on episode number 3. Matea's on the couch here, so she'll talk about her paintings. If you're interested in purchasing any of those, you can ask her questions that she doesn't have answers to.
Innovation is in our DNA here at Fish Pond, and this year we're raising the bar. From the brand new Storm Shadow line with industry first weather resistance to new Nomad neck models crafted for any application. Built for every mile, the entire line is crafted for the rugged demands of adventure travel to the ease of everyday angling. Head on over to fishpondusa.com to find a dealer near you.
All right.
What's your win?
Matea and Aaron on the couch.
Side by
No,
side.
don't go me first.
The couch always has to go first, Mateo.
You just have to understand that you have to be able to read better than 90% of the people who are on the couch.
That's the
All
truth.
right. Mountain View benefits, and a really fun part of the show is what is your win for the week?
Yeah.
What is a win, Tim?
Win. Win actually just stands for what is important now.
Yeah.
What's going on in your life that you feel like you can share with this awesome group of people. Doesn't have to be this super positive thing. It can be the tough things too, but the best part about it is we're all here for you. And that's the beauty of what your win is we all get to be together and share in the wins and the losses and help each other get through those times. So
Yeah, it's we talked about it before and we'll talk about it again, but it's really just a place where we can all share something together. A place that we can put aside all of the technicality of fly tying and entomology, and the goofiness of the show, and just kind of get real with each other. It also gives us something to look forward to every week, where I know for me, I'm always thinking throughout the week, what is my win? So it's kind of that, I know there's a psychology term for this, but it's just like it's like the Meyerhoff something, but see a red car, see more red cars, buy a red car, and every car is red. And so that's what we're just trying to do here, is just have a little bit of fun and positivity at the end of the show, where we could just be vulnerable with one another and share what's important now. So how this works is we just kind of go around the room here. We share what's our win, and then you guys share in the comments, and then we throw them up there, and we just stay here until we're done reading all of your guys' win. And it's important, if you don't want to share your win in the comments, but you want to reach out and just text us, send us a DM on Instagram or an email, because you're not doing well, we're here for that too. So feel free to write it in. We're going to scroll back up and check out the comments and share them there. But first and foremost, our newest party member, the artist, the infamous Matea.
My win. I think my win this week was I got a lot more time because school's kind of wrapping up for the first semester. So I got more time to go to the gym in the morning with you. And I think it's really nice to talk walking on the track and like wake up and have you there to go with me. And just, it's really nice going before school and just feeling like a life before school starts, and like I have more time to do stuff like that.
Yeah, that is
Special
always
times.
a win. Super fun, and it's motivating too when you get to go with somebody. And yeah,
it's definitely easier to stay motivated.
a mutualistic relationship is what we termed it.
Commensalism.
Commensalism. Oh, now we're going one step further.
All these big words we're learning tonight.
Yeah.
I love it. That's great.
All right, Timmy.
All right. My
Timmy,
win.
I know you hate that.
My Timmy. Yeah, it takes me back a few years. Timmy. My win for the week. I've had kind of a big week in my world. Most of you have known that even in the last couple of years at TNL, myself have been kind of going through this little bit of existential life change and what comes next, and securing the passion of guiding and be able to do that with freedom, but still, find other work since I've been done in EMS. But I've been working towards a pretty big goal, which was getting hired with Calgary Fire Department. Been almost 3 years working on that. I had this Monday my last kind of hurdle before headed to academy, which was a fitness test, and I was stressing about it and all that, but God is good, and I got through that day. So it's a lot of change coming for me. Some of it I'm a bit uncomfortable with, because this year is going to be a lot of change, but I know in the long run it's exactly what I probably should be doing, and gives a lot of security to my family and secures my passion, which is this, and being able to spend time on the water with you guys in the summer. And so a big week for me. I'm kind of settling into the understanding of what's coming, and I'm not great with change, but I also know that I kind of set myself on this idea, and my dad said this to me. He said, if this test is more than just a test. He said, you take this as a sign from God, if you get through this, that you know you're on the path you're supposed to be on. And I am. So I'm grateful for that, and I'm grateful for all the prayers and support from people in here who reached out this week, and asked about it. So thank you for that. And
to not glaze you like a donut, but you did finish your fitness testing in the top 2 percentile of everyone at the Calgary Fire Department. So I think that's due for a round of clicks, which he didn't even tell me. He told someone else, and they told me.
Sorry.
So I know you put a lot of pressure on yourself, and I think we've talked about it many times over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. But God's never let you down. And although you question a lot of things and the journey and the process, and I'm not going to say I don't, but I just think this is just another affirmation of you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. And like you said, it's kind of giving you that security, because guiding is a tough job. Although everybody thinks it's like the coolest job, yes, it is. But it's tough because it's a puzzle, and you got to find another piece of that puzzle to allow you to do the guiding in that kind of, you almost got to find something that gives you a sabbatical, and the sabbatical is guiding. So very tough to do, especially up here on the bow with very limited season. So yeah, we're all trying to find the other piece of the puzzle that allows us to do this. And you've worked very hard, and you've had a lot of ups and downs with the process. A lot of stress, but at the end of the day, you knocked it out of the park, and that is great job.
Thank you.
Well done, my good and faithful servant.
It's your turn.
My win of the week is the fact that I have 2 eyes in my head. And so backstory, in case you don't know, 10 years ago, my right eye, I pretty much lost all vision. I was coaching hockey, and I got a slap shot right in the eyeball. Didn't go well, and it was a very arduous, really crappy journey. And if you've never lost a vision or a sense, it's very scary, because I guess it just gave me this like deep gratitude of seeing stuff, and just like every time I see a sunrise or a sunset, for me and Matea, it's just like one of our favorite things in the summers. We don't get to see each other a lot, but it's like every morning it's like, look what I get to see, right? And so a very scary situation happened, and it's not, the result's not good. I can't see a lot, very little, but every year I gotta go to the specialist, and we do all these tests, and I kind of get a little bit of stress. Like, it sucks. You get dilated, you fail. I hate failing. So I'm going through all these tests, and you can't see. And so they're like, what do you see? I'm like, well, nothing. Are you an idiot? Can you read my charts? I'm blind. Right. And that's frustrating for me, because it's a vulnerable state of admitting, you can't see. And it's funny, because all of these people who put you through the test, I feel like they don't read your chart. And they're like, they cover my good eye, and they're basically like, hey, run down the hall. And I can't see, I can't do it. And so I was, yesterday when I left, I'm like, this sucks. I hate doing this. And then I realized, actually, it's pretty cool that, we have a healthcare system and technology to keep checking in on my eyes to make sure that they're stable. And, at the like 10% that I do have, it's not getting worse. And so it reminded me, and I think it was Roger Beatty last week, and that literally stayed with me all week. Correct me if I'm wrong. But so his car, I think he's talking about it. Well, now there appears to be another car problem, but remember he said the transmission went or something?
Yeah, but he was just grateful that he was in a place that he could
and so
repair it.
You can look at it two different ways. Is it sucks that I can't see out this eye, or I'm grateful I do have 10% or 8%, whatever the minimal amount is that I can see. And it's weird because now I'm hanging on to that, like, don't get worse, don't get worse. In reality, it's like, what's worse than 10%? 0%, which is like, you know, it's almost not there anyways, but it's like you hold on to that and you just become very grateful for the little bit that you do have. Adding to that is, you know, somebody that we guides on the Bow River, an incredible human, and weirdly was at the clinic yesterday. Mm-hmm. Just a very serendipitous moment. We had phenomenal conversation, and I just, you know, you just realize you've got some pretty epic humans in your life. And so Roger, thanks for that perspective change last week. And my win is just that it's not worse. And you know,
I think you got to give yourself I forget all the time that you can't see the same that I can, because you do everything
my goal
the
is
same
to make
way.
nobody know.
But it's when I think of what we do on the river, it blows my mind. Like, how do you tie knots? Like, I struggle, and I have two good eyes. Like,
Braille.
Well, I just think it's incredible what you do with the deficit that you have. Like, because
I'm very blessed with whatever other function of me is working overtime.
Working hard.
I don't know. It's just one of those things, and not to get all like philosophical, I already did, but it's a choice. And I know that sounds cliche and dumb, but it's like, it's literally, and I was talking to Ryan about this yesterday at the clinic. I was like, you can choose to say, I can't do that, but I want to do that. So my choice is I'm going to do that. And I mean, like, to tie that fly would be really hard for me. And it is. And it's probably why I don't tie more, because it is frustrating.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's like, if I want to do that, I'm very competitive, and I will do that. I'll figure it out. And I think it just comes back to one of my favorite little phrases is everything is figure outable. So yeah, another win is just another fun week, and you know, with Matea and her girls and the volleyball team, and just I just feel like I'm home again, just getting to help, right? And there's just
that purpose.
It's
man.
just it's just
everything.
It's such a fun thing to. I mean, 8 o'clock at night till 10 o'clock, and just you know, it takes up a lot of time, and but it so feels good. It just. Yeah, like I can't explain the feeling, like how excited. I've always told Matea I'd always love to have time to glaze this, but like, it's like having her on a team I coached would be really fun, because I just think she's super cool and all that stuff. And now I get the chance, and it's just like, yeah, it's just fun. It's just a whole nother level of cool, and very grateful for that too. So yeah. Well, that's my wins. And you're getting to head up ice fishing tomorrow?
Yeah, gonna go beat the minus 45. It's all about perspective, right?
That's right. Could be minus 50.
Could be minus 50.
Yeah. Aaron's down.
Aaron's down.
He's gone.
Because of the light.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's tough to see there, they say.
Yeah, it's really hard to see.
Okay, well, we're going to scroll up, and we're going to get to your guys' wins and see if Matea's a better reader than the, what, we've had 5 people so far.
The couch folk.
Yeah. Okay, Neil Smudgy. Okay, this looks like to be the first win that says win. You can read it here or on here.
I can only see the side. Win for the week. Made it out with some awesome guys for a sweet float. Life-threatening at times, but wouldn't trade it for anything.
Yes, you're normal.
Spend time with people that matter. Quality people, love people, catch fish.
That's right.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Tiffany, my win tonight is the group that surrounds me. Literally every single one of them. And there are a lot of people who do, and I'm very thankful. Good night, everyone.
I can't say how much my my heart's smiling that, you know, we get them back in the chats. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I felt it was limited last year, but Dave and
A lot of
Hare
life,
Cats
a lot of life
and-
things going on.
yeah,
for 'em,
just
but
good though. It
good
just
to see 'em
feels
back.
like just love those two, like genuinely. Yeah.
No.
Well, and Dave,
There it is.
my win is Hare Tats.
Oh, that's great.
My win is being able to continue to hang out with the TNL family and have a great time.
Nice.
Tyler, my win is tonight. After a couple of tough days, this is exactly what I needed. You guys lift me up and fill my cup. And I won't. And I won Flamingo. All right. Awesome.
Yeah. I do want to know their feelings about being in the Thunderdome. For those that don't know, that's the tiebreaker. There's so many things that very few people know because if you don't win, you don't get to see it. Yeah. Cam, my win for the week was getting out for the first float / hoverboard experience in a Jamaican bobsled on the top of the ice with Kenny and Craig. Went full send and ended up on the ice when we got blocked out. Long live the shite show that is the Goat Rodeo, OQP, LPCF. But we did it. But did we die? Yeah.
This is Aaron's.
Yeah.
That's Aaron. Here in spirit.
Yeah. The bartender.
My win was a night free to tune in finally for week 3, hang with the TNL family, and Kate and I finally got to the Thai flying room set up and done. It's great to be back in front of the Vice.
Awesome. It's great to have you here, buddy. Gary, youngest stepson has major medical tests tomorrow. Concern is another round of cancer. He's kicked it twice, but mom can't be there with him. She's a bit stressed too. He'll be in her thoughts, buddy.
Yeah.
Praying that goes
Man,
okay.
that's-
Oh, yeah.
Jonesy fly trout. Already mentioned it. We got to float. You guys are calling it float, but it's really just like
More of a drag.
yeah, yeah. Well, we slugged a boat across some ice in a bit of a sketchy situation with Ken and Cam this past weekend. Tons of laughs, a lot of wind, but we had a heck of a great time catching up and just chilling, literally. LOL, can't wait to do it again. Lots of positive vibes for you, Tim.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, seeing Matea's paintings. You're truly amazing. Keep going. Also hearing the great news from Tim this week. You're an amazing person. Only quality people.
Thanks, buddy. Travis, my win. Life is great, and it's even better with the TNL family.
Roger. My win for the week, my number 2 daughter. Do you think he tells her she's number 2?
Hope not.
Was T-boned by a teen driver who ran a stop sign while on her phone. My daughter has some bruises and sorenesses, but thankfully no serious injuries. The other driver was okay as well, even though her car flipped over. Now going through the insurance process as well as having to replace her car. We're prepping for a winter storm that will blow through this weekend, expecting snow, freezing rain, ice, and who knows what else. This is the South. We don't do well with this kind of stuff. Well, glad everybody's okay. Yeah,
It's having
Vehicles
a tough
are
road with the
replaceable.
Vehicles, yeah.
but does
That
she
is
know
true.
she's your number 2 daughter?
It's a great question.
My win. Tough day, tough week. My uncle, like another father, is passing away. Had great times with him, but he's going to a better place. Work has been taxing, but I'm able to get up and move forward. Find the win of the day, of the week. TNL was a bright spot and tie some flies and have some giggles. Thanks, guys.
Giggles.
Sorry to hear
It's the
about
best word for laughs.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah.
Hillbilly.
Andy, win this week. Finally found some time to finish up my season 7 kit.
Man, he did. That was
That's
awesome.
awesome.
That's so cool.
And took Lindsay and Eli out for a nice steak dinner tonight before hanging out with you all tonight. Thanks for the laughs as always. OQP LPCF.
So as we know, last week his wife. This is a good story. She literally didn't win.
Well, she kind of won, but she didn't win. She had to go to the Doors of Doom.
She had a bad situation. She did not have a Captain Clutch sticker, and
But she came in hot with bribes.
yeah, the bribes afterwards. And I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this, but
There you go.
anyways, there's what you can't see. What you need to see is, it's almost there.
Oh, I
It's
just won't
almost
quite
there.
do it.
It's almost there.
Turn your brightness down.
There it is. Kind of, yeah.
It's his own Doors of Doom. He sent me a picture of all these cookies, and he said, "Choose your door, sir."
That's amazing.
So I chose 5 because she chose 5, and I thought that would be a kind trick. And then he flips the paper over, and I didn't win. And I said, "Well, you didn't give me a chance to get immunity now, did
Yeah.
you?"
Yeah, come on.
So
Oh, that's great. I love it.
that's funny. Shauna Ellison, my win is, it's always a win to hear the great moments of gratitude here. Sean, you got lots of wins, man. I saw your posts. You're coaching your daughters. You're all over the map, and you're loving your life with that. And you just, like I said, you just feel at home with that. So I'm going to shout that out for you.
My win for the week was getting a good review on my 2-week knee replacement checkup. My wife is a hero for taking such good care of me as this goes along.
Yeah, remember? That's why he's healing so quick, because we told him, you know, mom went through what
limping.
she went. And yeah, we told him to stop limping.
Yeah,
Yeah.
come back to the couch.
Yeah, we need them on
Back
the
to
couch. The Thunderdome was nerve-wracking. Yes, it's good to hear. Crap.
Jeff.
It was Jeff's birthday last week. We sang him
was.
happy birthday, and he wasn't even here.
Well, we did sing for you, buddy. My win, shared my birthday day with my youngest last week and got to be in the moment with him and talk fish and next trip for us. He's going to be an amazing uncle. Still on cloud 9, knowing in August I'll be a grandpa. One weight fly rod is already checked off. Awesome.
Yeah, it's a big fly rod. She's number 2, but only chronologically. Mateo, you're winning the best couch reader award.
You missed one up there.
Oh,
there you
yeah,
go,
there it is. Cold drone win got on in time to catch the wins and positivity of the other viewers.
Awesome.
This week's win was I had a quick trip home from work for some much needed family time.
Nice.
Phil.
This guy.
Oh, this guy. My win of the week is finally, you got to scroll up a bit there, finally booking a time for our float down the bow with you all. This time with my brother-in-law. See you in July, fellas.
Heck yeah.
Can't wait, buddy.
So good to see him in here, too.
Mm-hmm.
Joel, got to go to a Coulter Wall show and hang out with some good friends this week. Win.
Nice.
Trevor, this week's win for Miranda and I is the support of family and friends during the Newboard trenches. It's a nice reminder of how many people we're blessed to have in our corner.
Yes. Those are important people in those times, for sure.
Yeah.
It always gets better, but enjoy every stage. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I think, or just avoid that
Or
stage.
just skip it.
Yeah. I mean, I got some advice for you. If you come in when they're around 2 and a bit, you know,
Easy breezy.
I mean, one day I'll change a diaper, but not this lifetime.
Oh, man. Oh, some great wins tonight.
Yeah, some super fun night,
Yeah.
fun bingo, stressful Doors of Doom, and man, it was intense. It was tense.
It was the Thunderdome.
We still got 7 people in there actively playing bingo. So maybe they're just waiting for it to
Probably
win.
me.
No, you're not in.
Okay.
Cousin Beavis, he wants to win
He
again.
wants to win again.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, if that is the end of the wins, it is the beginning of the wins for next week. So
Yeah.
go forward, and like we chatted last week, encouraged you to reach out to that somebody that was on your mind that you weren't sure you wanted to kind of reach out, but you knew you should. So I hope everybody had that experience, and yeah, look for your wins. They're everywhere. And if you come back with 10, well, you come back with 10.
Back with all of them.
But it's just really that idea of looking for it.
Yeah.
Because they say focus goes, energy flows.
Energy flows where focus goes.
I always say it backwards.
Just see
but that's
more
okay.
red cars.
See more red cars. You want red cars? Buy a red car. You'll see a lot of red cars. So energy flows where focus goes. And
Still got a backwards.
guys, I can end both of you right now. Look, watch
He's
this.
gonna kick us out. You
Mute
watch.
Look at this. It's just me and you guys.
Okay,
I got
say it
rid of
again. You might get it right this time. It's 50-50.
I won't say it anymore because there's a lot of energy happening where you spend your focus.
Yeah. That was the best one yet.
Yeah. Well, that's about it. Dan didn't pop in, so it's his birthday, and we're going to sing him
so
happy
awesome.
birthday. But he's got better things to do, like a new grandkid.
Yes.
So that's a pretty cool
grandbaby.
birthday gift
yeah.
as well. So we were going to keep the show to 2 hours, and here we are. 2 hours and 46 minutes, and I wouldn't change it for the world. Tim's got to get up early, so
Early morning.
love grows where my rosemary goes.
And nobody knows. It's a song.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's what you thought.
That's what you got.
That's what I thought.
That's all you got.
So we'll be here next week. We're going to be
See you next
tying
week.
up.
Yeah, what do we got? Oh, we got the better woolly bugger and,
And
the turbo beetle. Oh,
A couple
good
very
ones.
simple flies, but effective.
Streamer finally.
Yeah,
Okay.
like that one's just like one material.
Yeah, really. Two
Really?
maybe.
Yeah, maybe two. A little maybe some bigger hooks for you guys
Yeah.
and some more fun in that way. We'll review a couple more beers,
Yes, we will.
and Mr. Hershey will get you your presents too, and you will be actually the first owner of one of Matea's artworks.
Oof.
The
That's
first.
a good one.
I've kind of been like holding on to these other ones because I'm so just. I'm like, no, you can't have them because I just think they're so freaking cool. But they'll be for sale. You know, can't eat fly boxes, so we'll figure that out for next week. So you guys, you want to buy the paintings, you want to buy the fly boxes, you want a commissioned piece, we can do that, or she can do that too. What's your Instagram? art.matea. Art
Bye.
by dot by Matea. ARTBYMATEYA. Art by Matea. Reach out to her. Say something like, I'm going to put you through college. That helps us out.
Selfish desires.
Until we meet again, which is next Thursday.
7 more days.
Be someone's reason to smile. That's
Yeah.
a fact.
Have a great week.
Matea, anything? Last words?
Finger.
Oh, finger hearts.
Finger
Just
hearts.
keeping the finger hearts alive.
Love it.
$70 Durfee will pay you. Is that Canadian or American? He wants
good
Tim's
question.
favorite. You're going to have to fight him for that. Sold.
Yeah, it's the best one.
Sold, Gary. Send me an email. We can build more. She can build more. I'm not her.
It's a lot of we talk here.
Okay. Anyways, thanks. Love you guys,
love you guys.
so much. I appreciate all of you. The kind words, the beautiful words. Everybody who's new here, we'll see you next week. Everybody who's TNL fam, we'll see you next week. And hopefully your grandma's knitting club is also here because you did what I said and shared it. 70 American. Matea, will you take the offer?
Of course.
All right. Wonderful.
There it is.
Okay. Let's pass the bobbin to the left-hand side.
Pass the ball. Come on, let's do it. Best
yeah,
part.
I just feel like a lot of gratitude right now, and really love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Another Thursday done. Season 8 feeling great. TNL family.
fireflies, we shared the night. Dana guided the ship just right. Tim spun magic on the vice so clean. Season 8 rolling like a funky dream. The patterns dance, the laughter flowed. The T&L fam just stole the show. OQP forever, hearts align. Love people catch fish, that's a state of mind. Hearts align, love people catch fish, that's a state of mind. Pass the bobbin to the left-hand side. Pass the bobbin to the right-hand side. Thanks for coming, enjoy the night. T&L fam, you shine so bright. We're by your side, Oh, T&L family, we love you. Season 8 forever. Good night, everybody. See you next Thursday. Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, 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 bum.